Hey everybody, what is going on? This is Caleb. That's Francisco. Welcome to the very first live Roaming Homer podcast. We are live for NFL draft reactions. Guys, we have an incredible show ahead of you. We have no idea what's going to happen. It's the NFL draft, but we are here just to hang out with you all. Join us in the comments, jump in. We might even have some special guests that are joining us on the call. Whatever it is, what's going on, Francisco? I am so super excited about this, man.
Yeah, man, it only happens once a year. It's going to be, I think there's going to be a lot of movement in this draft. I think everybody's just here to have a good time. We're just going to have some fun with it, not get too serious about what's going on. You know, we want to make sure that everybody stays level headed because some people get extra passionate about being fans.
Oh, always. I mean, I'm sitting here watching it right now on the NFL Network, and anytime I think they're in Detroit. Aren't they in Detroit this year for the draft?
In Detroit, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I mean these people just get absolutely bananas at the draft. So hey, who knows? We've got we've got a lot of things that could be happening. We've got number one, the pick Caleb Williams. Some of the draft smoke that has been coming out over the last week and a half is he the number one pick, or was there something wrong with him? I honestly believe that Caleb Williams going number one overall. I think that's some draft smoke. Usually happens last week before the draft. Big news. We don't know what New England's going to do at number three. We've also heard some rumors that Indianapolis wants to move up. So what are you hearing out there as well?
I'm hearing New England is definitely going for a quarterback. And I'm hearing J.J. McCarthy. I'm also hearing Minnesota might trade up to get quarterback, potentially J.J. McCarthy. It seems like he's the hot button ticket. Everybody thinks this guy's going to be the next, the next maestro in the NFL, and I just think he's a product of the system that he was with Harbaugh. So we'll see how that goes, man. Anything can go today.
Anything. I mean, trades. I wonder. Last year there wasn't a ton of trades at the top tier, and we're going to see. So, guys, welcome to the show. Like I said, this is our very first time we're going live. We're excited about it. Who knows what technology is going to do for us? So enjoy it. Share the link, share the post, and join in the chats. We'd love to hear what you guys have to say. We want to hear some fandom going on out there, all of that good stuff. So we're going to be live for a good portion of the first night, and who knows what's going on. Here's what I do know. I'm not Mike Mayock. That's not Daniel Jeremiah. Listen, we're not professionals at this. We're here to have fun. We are fans of the game. I've got my jersey on. Francisco's got his gear on. We're hoping we pick 21. Giants possibly pick number 6. Possibly. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen in the top 10? I mean, there may be trades all over the place, and I'm excited to see what's going on right now with all of this and the rumors, and who's going to be the steal of the draft, who's going to get the A+ and the F of the draft. So, I mean, who knows?
Listen, I honestly, I think, we all know Caleb Williams is going number one. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He's the Sherlock, number one player getting taken off the board. I personally don't think my personal opinion, he's going to be a bust. I don't think he's going to be able to handle the pressure of Chicago. I personally believe they should have not touched Justin Fields and left him there and got him a wide receiver. But, Chicago is Chicago, and they haven't been a good team in a long time. And that organization, trying to bleed their fan base dry now by having them try to pay for their $4.5 billion stadium that they want to build now, and they can't even put a winning product on the field, but they want the taxpayers to pay for their stuff. So that's a sticking point for me a lot with these owners right now, trying to get the public to pay for their stadiums.
Yeah. Who knows, man? I'm excited to see what's going on. It's at the top of the hour right now. I know they're doing their intros. We'll probably see Chicago go on the clock here in the next 5 minutes or so with Roger Goodell coming out and saying, hey, welcome to the 2024 NFL draft. So,
and you already know what's going to happen. Goodell comes out. It's the traditional. They're going to boo him. They always do it.
We got to boo him. We got to boo him.
It's a tradition now. They just boo him every time he comes out. There's no,
I'm not a Goodell fan by any stretch of the imagination when it comes to a commissioner. Uh, I want somebody like an Alan Silver from the NBA, because that dude has like revolutionized the NBA, and we've got Roger Goodell. Wait,
Hey,
it's Roger Goodell.
he's been head honcho for quite a while now, so the owners like him, and he gets paid literally millions of dollars to to run the NFL. So I mean, we'll see how it goes with these guys.
That is true. So if you see me kind of moving around, I'm being the tech guy over here. I'm trying to watch the draft on one side. I got the chat log on one side. I've got some stuff sitting over here. So don't mind me. I'm just kind of moving it around. So feel free, jump into the chats with us. Let us know what you're thinking. Who's going number one? Who's your team? Who are you wanting to pick? We want to talk about them. Listen, the whole point of the Roaming Homer podcast is that you are a fan of a team that you do not live in the city of. We're all roaming homers. We all move around. I'm a Miami fan, been a Miami fan for 30 plus years. I've never lived in Florida myself. My story is that my brother became a Dolphins fan when I was about 10 or 12, down around Marino's rookie year. I just gravitated towards that as a kid, and I have never let go through the ups and not really many ups, but a lot of downs. But I just love it. So, it is what it is. We've got Francisco. Tell us a little bit about your story with your roaming homerisms.
Let me tell you something. I've been a Giants fan for as long as I can remember. When they won the Super Bowl twice, with Parcells, I was watching. We would have me and my older brother would sit there with a frozen pizza and cook it in the oven and just sit down and watch the Super Bowl. I love football. It's been exciting. I waited a long time for the Giants to finally reach the top of the mountain again with Eli twice, doing it against, one of the most prolific, franchises and quarterbacks of all time, and being able to get 2 dubs against him, in the 07 and 11 was like one of the best feelings in the world, because he's a bona fide, Hall of Famer. There's no question about it. He's going to be unanimous decision going in, and he has to live with, those 2 losses, especially the 18-0 team.
Oh yeah, you know me, that 17, 18-0 team, that made me happy when they lost, because that kept the dream alive for the 72 Dolphins fans. So I don't know if I can't say it'll never be broken, because records are meant to be broken. But man, we talking a long time.
Yeah,
52 years, man.
Yeah, I don't think that's one that's I don't think is ever going to get broken. I don't think that's ever going to get topped. He came close, but then again, he came against, a defense that was playing lights out, and I mean, he had to take that L. So I think it's one of those things where he's going to have to keep that in the back of his mind forever, and there's no getting away from it. So,
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So it looks like we're getting close to the opening statement from the commissioner of the NFL, and getting this kicked off just a few minutes from now. So, and then that will put the Chicago Bears on the clock, as we all know, are anticipating Caleb Williams going number 1 overall. And the question will be, is Caleb Williams going to be the guy in Chicago to make a difference after they've moved on from Justin Fields? We shall see.
Like I said, I don't know about that, because they rushed Justin Fields out pretty fast, didn't even give him the opportunity. Now we're in the microwave generation. They want things to happen immediately, but if you don't have a line and you don't have the offense around that player, they're not going to be successful, man. It doesn't matter what you do. How good he is in college. I mean, look at Trevor Lawrence, came out of Clemson, one of the best quarterbacks, they're saying, in a generation, and then the first year he has one of the worst seasons in the NFL. But a lot of it had to do with his coach, who shouldn't have been in the NFL to begin with, because he's a college coach, not a pro coach.
Right.
I won't say too much bad about the man, because he did win a national title at Ohio State. So,
listen, I mean, Urban's Urban. He is the urban legend at Ohio State, but he's not an NFL coach. Just like Nick Saban wasn't. Nick Saban he's a college god of a coach. He's one of the most prolific coaches in college history. behind. There's a few of them that are behind him, but at the same time, man, they just couldn't cut it in the NFL. So they just couldn't cut it. There's only been a few. We're going to see. Jim Harbaugh has done it because then he was already at San Francisco once. He left. He's coming back now for the Chargers. We're going to see. He's actually coming back to a decent quarterback with Justin Herbert. They call him the quarterback whisperer. I don't believe that, but I think he's a product of the guys that he has around him. So we'll see. Pete Carroll is one that has actually made the transition, kind of probably on the back end of his career, but he made a really good transition into the NFL from college. Not too many people can do it. It's a different level.
Well, didn't Nick Saban have a winning record though? Wasn't he like 9-7? His last season in Miami? Was it not a winning record though?
Okay, let's talk about Miami and they're 9-7 in 8 years. All right, we got 1 minute. Looks like we got 1 minute and 15 seconds left until Goodell gets booed. So the thing is for me is we were constantly mediocre. 9-7 doesn't do anything to me. It doesn't do anything. So I don't care if he was 11-2 and we didn't win a playoff game. He only lasted one and went out as quick as he came in. So
yeah, but I mean, maybe if he had another year or so, but I think he realized that he can't do what he did in college in the NFL. And I think sometimes these guys' ego gets out of control when they're in college. They think because they are, they're essentially the hand of God in college. They can do whatever they want to do. I mean, Alabama literally brought this man's house for him and paid off his mortgage.
Oh, I'm sure.
The man didn't have to pay for anything wherever he went because he was revered over there. But I think sometimes their ego gets out of control. That's one of the reasons why I think Bill Belichick doesn't have a job right now is because of that. Is because people saw how he was in New England, and a lot of these guys don't want to deal with that kind of ego. They, a lot of these owners want the power. And Bill's been in the league forever and a day, and it's just they feel it's time for him to hang it up.
Yeah. Well, if you're watching right now, I'm looking at the stream for the NFL Network, and one of my favorite rappers of all time, Eminem. We know he's a Detroit native. Was walking out with Goodell, so we'll see if he comes out and introduces the draft with him, or if it was just a promo. But here we go, guys. NFL draft is about to start. Roger Goodell is going out there. We'll give him his booze. He's just one of those guys. Eminem's walking out with him right now. So again, one of my favorite rappers of all time. You can say what you want, but Eminem is one of the GOATs when it comes to the music industry and rap. So pretty excited to see that coming out there. So who is one of your favorite rappers, Francisco? Were you into rap when you were growing up?
Yeah, but I'm old school. I like M too, but I like old school rap as well. I'm a 90s kid, man. So, Biggie, Tupac.
Eminem is 90s. So let's not go there. Eminem is 90s.
Eminem is late 90s.
Still 90s. Still 90s.
I'm more of, early 90s, 94, 95, 92.
Yeah.
I'm, old school rap, man. Like the stuff that they got out right now, I don't know. It's not, everybody has to each their own. They're successful. People like listening to it. That's fine. But that ain't rap to me.
All right, so we're sitting here listening to Eminem, opening it up. All right, we about to open this up. They bringing out some Jared Goff. Looks like they're bringing out St. Brown. By the way, St. Brown got paid.
Oh, did he?
I think he got paid. So that leads into some of these other guys. Like I think he was Waddle's class and all of that. If I have to go back, I had to go back and look at the classes, but he got paid. So Barry Sanders out here.
Man, Barry a legend, man.
That's a GOAT. That's a GOAT right there.
Yeah, it's bad that he retired so early, man.
Too early for me.
He could have broke all kinds of records if he would have stayed, man.
He broke ankles. That dude was ridiculous. I loved watching him play.
Just craziness.
I wish I could stream, because I don't want Facebook to ban us or anything like that. I wish we could stream the video of what I'm watching.
Nah, we don't want to do that.
Nah, because Facebook, they be tripping. All right, guys, if you're watching this right now, again, welcome to the show. Our very first live show that we are doing for the Roaming Homer podcast. Be sure to check us out on YouTube, Spotify for all of our normal content. And we're just so excited about what's going on. And, join in into the chat. If you have anything that you want to talk about, let us know. We'll talk about it on the show. But man, they're getting ready to kick this off. All the Detroit legends, current and former folks are up here getting ready to kick off the draft. Goodell's going to come up and get this going.
Sanders looks good, man. He looks good. He's not as he looks good for his age.
Oh, there he is. There's Megatron.
Yep. Detroit legend.
Megatron. That's a Detroit. I mean, that's a goat too, man. Like, there's some goats coming out of Detroit. There he is. Get the booze. At least the dude embraces it, right? At least he embraces the booze.
I think he enjoys that, though. He enjoys it. He really does. I think he really enjoys doing what he does.
Yeah. All right, here we go. We got a boo on the comments. I wonder who's what kind of suits they're gonna come out with when they come up on stage. Some of these suits be wild that these kids be wearing when they get out. We are now on the clock, ladies and gentlemen.
This should be a pretty fast pick, man. They shouldn't drag this out. They should be done within a minute and get this done.
Yeah.
So so they're saying Malik Neighbors is the number one wide receiver in this draft. That's ridiculous, bro.
I saw that. I don't even think that's true.
That is ridiculous. Marvin Harrison by a mile is the number one.
I'm a homer for that. So
yeah, that's I'm gonna be a homer.
Yeah,
they tripping for real.
So I saw a stat that says 3 quarterbacks taken 1, 2, 3 in the last 7 to 8 drafts.
That's crazy.
So. Yeah.
These guys are taking. I don't know why Chicago's taking this long. Maybe they're. you got to prolong it. You got to get the anticipation out there.
No,
they're not even scrambling. They already know who they're going to pick. They're just taking their time.
Oh yeah, look at them. They just in that draft room doing nothing.
Sitting there chilling, doing nothing.
Listen, my wife knows that they're going to be picking Caleb Williams. She don't even watch football. Like, it's going to be like.
The NFL,
if they don't pick Caleb, I'm telling you what, if they don't pick Caleb Williams, that is going to be the shock of the draft.
The NFL probably tell them, take a little bit of time before you make your draft pick so we can get some commentary in. You know what I'm saying? Before that draft pick gets taken, so they can drag this thing out for 15 hours like they always like to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, this is why I like the second round. This is why I like the second round and third, the third round, because it goes a lot faster and these guys get, 5 minutes. I think it's 5 minutes in the second round and 2 minutes every round after from.
No. So we just got a comment. I just realized this. Nathaniel Ortiz, I think that's your boy. He was like, when did they change it to 10 minutes?
Oh, yeah, because it used to be 15. It used to be 15 minutes.
It used to be 7.
I don't know.
I thought it was 7 minutes.
I thought it was 15 back in the day.
Man, 15 minutes per. I mean, you're talking an hour for the first round if they take it all the way down to the bottom. We don't even have a pick in yet.
They dragging it, man.
Yeah, it was less. It was less, man. I think it was. Do some research for me really quick and see if that's in the chat. Drop it in the chat and let me know if it's what it used to be.
They can't.
7.5 minutes. 2.5 minutes has gone by, and they are like still.
Yeah, they just
they still haven't even picked.
But see, this is what aggravates me about the NFL draft. Like we all know who you're gonna take, but you're gonna run it down as far down as you can. So for what reason? Nobody's gonna give you what you want for the first round for that pick.
Bro playing Candy Crush right now. He don't even have. They haven't. They've already called him. Oh, there he is. Yo, what's up? This is Caleb. That's what he's doing right now.
They're probably gonna wait till the 5-minute mark to announce it.
They'd be like, Caleb, this is Chicago. We ain't gonna pick you. We're gonna go with a punter.
Hey, I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it's Chicago, so I mean,
right?
They've
already screwed up by getting Yeah.
Right. They can't pick another quarterback. He's Caleb Williams is the guy, supposedly, but he may not be the guy. So they may you never know. It's Chicago. Chicago might Chicago and pick somebody else they should pick.
Right.
We'll see. We'll see how it is, man. We'll see how it is.
Bro, that's what I thought. Nate said it was 7 minutes of the first round. That's what I thought. Thank you for clarifying that for me, Nate. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, I give you some love on the chat. I appreciate you, man.
I'm telling you, bro, they're gonna drag this down as far as they can drag it, bro. Just to wait time before they send that pick in. I don't know what they're waiting on.
They all happy. 3 minutes ago, they all look so stoic.
Unbelievable.
This is crazy. Come on, man. Why are you wasting people's time?
And that's what it is. It's just wasting people's time. It's the anticipation, when they call his name. That's all that is. There's no reason to run this class. And I think the NFL needs to get with it too, because they drag this out forever and a day. They know who they're going to pick, man. Just go up there and pick it. Just move on to the next one. All they want to do
is hear the talking heads.
Yeah,
that's all they want to do.
Yeah, that's all it is. I think it would be so much better if they knew who they're going to get. Like if the number one pick was a lock, I can understand. The second, third, that's different because you really don't know who that pick is going to be. But everybody knew for months it was going to be Caleb Williams.
Well, and also what you think about is by the time you get the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th pick, if there's any trades, then it starts to snowball about what's happening.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Like it changes the dynamic of the draft. Unless you go the first 10 picks is exactly what everybody in their mock draft has thought that it was. There's going to be someone that's going to surprise you all. 6 minutes, guys. These people are taking 6 minutes. They haven't even put the slip in yet.
Yeah, they're gonna see. This is why I get agitated with this stuff, man.
Man, they sitting in a carrier pigeon to send in this pick, writing it in the sky.
I'm telling you, man, it's a waste of time. They just, like you said, they're doing this for the talking heads.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're doing this for the talking heads. That's all that comes down to.
All right. If you're joining us right now for the very first time, welcome. We got the pick in. Chicago Bears are on the clock for the first pick. You are watching the Roaming Homer podcast and our first ever live podcast. We are doing some draft reactions. We are waiting for this pick because we already know what the pick is going to be. We're waiting for it to come in. Chicago Bears are on the clock. We all know it's going to be Caleb Williams. So we'll see here in just a second if that's the actual truth, or are they just going to drop a bomb at the first pick and pick something completely different?
I'm more interested in who Washington's going to take with the second pick. That's what I'm interested in.
I'm going Drake May. Going Drake May.
You think?
I'm going Drake May. The more I've watched some of this stuff, the more I think Drake May is probably the next one behind a Caleb Williams. I don't think that Jaden Daniels is that guy there. I think JJ McCarthy is a NFL bust waiting to happen. But again, that's my homerism coming out because I don't like anybody from Michigan. So, just saying. But we'll see what happens. What's going to be interesting is by the time we get to pick 3, 4, 5, 6, right around that area, are we going to get any trades?
Here comes.
We've already. Is he coming out now? All right, here we go. Let's go. Come on, Bears fans. Where are you at? There we go. Just like we all thought. And most of you, like with any of these things, it's probably delayed a few seconds and stuff like that. So, but yeah, Caleb Williams, number 1 overall. Not something that's surprising to us all.
What is he wearing, man?
Is he going to be, bro?
What is he wearing, bro?
These dudes. Some of them, I just want to say, did their mama dress them? Did they go and say, "Hey, mom, do I look okay?"
Trying to be Dan. They got him walking a mile just to get to the
I
podium,
know,
bro.
I know. Oh, you know what though? Let's talk about this real quick while he gets up there and does all of his thing. This is what I love. I love watching this reaction too. Because you got to think, man. This is what these guys work for their whole entire life, and to be a number 1 draft pick. Just put yourself in their shoes. Whether he's going to make it or not, he made it right here. These kids being drafted in the NFL, they're the 1%ers, man. It's super exciting to watch that happen.
They
Hopefully,
said he's twitchy. You know. He's twitchy. He's creative, twitchy, and a home run hitter. I've never heard that lingo before, him being twitchy. What does that even mean?
That's funny. Yeah. I don't know. But bro looking like the Weeknd, though. Bro look like a Weeknd. But let's talk about this real quick. Let's talk about this. We don't get a chance because we didn't do a show earlier this week. We waited for today to do our show. Zach Williams to the Broncos.
What?
Oh, we gotta talk. Zach Wilson. Sorry, that was Caleb Williams. Zach Wilson got traded to the Broncos.
Really?
Yeah. That has got to be the worst quarterback room. Hold on a second. I'm going to tell you that quarterback room.
I don't pay attention to the Jets, so that's why I didn't really know what was going on with their trades. Now that I think of it, I think he was traded for like a 7th rounder, wasn't he? Or a 6th rounder?
And a bag of chips. I'm surprised he just didn't walk out.
Hey, I don't think he got a fair shake, though, in New York, though, honestly.
Bruh.
I don't think he got a fair shake in New York, though, man.
It's all right. Okay, here we go. You ready for the quarterback room in Denver? Where's my boy Mike Moore? Mike Moore needs to get on this show right now. Text our boy Mike Moore. Tell him to call into this show right now because I want to talk to this dude about the Denver Broncos. Yeah, do me a favor, Francisco. Text Mike Moore right now and tell him to get on this show because we're going to bring him on the show. We're going to talk about this. This is the Broncos room. Ben DiNucci, Jarrett Stidham, and Zach Wilson. Literally the worst quarterback room I've ever heard of in my entire life. All right, guys. So we've got the first pick, Caleb Williams overall to the Chicago Bears. No surprise there. Now we kind of get into this spot of where are the Commanders going?
Quarterback.
They're going quarterback. Now the question is who? My pick is Drake May.
I don't know about that.
That's okay. That's what we're here for.
I don't know about that. I think it's going to be Jane Daniels. I think it's going to be the kid from LSU. I don't see. Man, Drake May is another North Carolina project football quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Mm-hmm. I really haven't seen anybody come out of North Carolina that has been able to sustain anything really in the NFL as a quarterback. So I don't know, man. He reminds me too much of what the old boy name from Chicago. See, his name's not coming to me because it's already faded out of my memory.
Say that again. Who was it?
The cat from Chicago. He got drafted from Chicago. He was they took him number 1 overall. He was number 1 or number 2 a couple years back.
Quarterback?
Yeah. The kid from North Carolina.
Oh, Mitch Trubisky.
Mitch Trubisky. That's who he kind of reminds me of, man. So, yeah. He can put up them numbers on there, but I don't know if that's going to translate too well. But I think Jay Daniels might be a better fit for Washington for what they need.
Yeah. All right. Drop it in here. Who you guys taking? I mean, Sam Howell is their quarterback, 21 interceptions over 20 in the last year, mostly in the NFL. We got to get a quarterback, guys. 277 quarterback pressures allowed in 23. Okay, you can get a quarterback, but you need an O-line.
You know what's going to shock me?
Come on, man.
What's going to shock me is when Arizona comes up, if they keep that pick and they go quarterback. That would shock me. That it wouldn't surprise me. That would shock me though.
Yeah. All right, pick is in for the Commanders. We'll take it a few minutes here and see what's going on. But yeah, we need our boy. I want our boy to get up on here so I can talk about the Denver Broncos.
I let him know. I already let him know. So hopefully he can jump in, connect the call.
Maybe we can get T on here during the Indy's picking. Was it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14? They picked 15.
That's not that far. I'm telling you, man, some of these picks are going to start to fly unless there's trades, man. I'm telling you, some of these picks are going to start to.
New England's trying to go up. Indy's trying to go, or not New England. Indy's trying to go up.
I heard the Raiders are trying to go up too.
Raiders are trying to go up too. Yeah,
they're trying to get a quarterback or offensive weapon, one of the two. But I heard they're trying to trade up. But my thing is, what assets do they have right now? That's the question. Unless they're gonna, sell the farm.
Vegas?
Yeah, the Vegas Raiders.
Yeah, I mean they spent a lot of money on some folks. So
here comes Goodell.
All right, Roger Goodell's coming out for number 2. Pick number 2.
It might shock everybody. It might be Marvin Harrison Jr.
Bruh.
You never know. But I think it's going to be he might be Drake May, though. But I think it's going to be Jaden Daniels, though.
I hope it's not. I hope it's not Harrison. Here we go. Jaden Daniels. There we go.
I told you. You
got him.
I told you it was going to be Jay. I told you JD was going to get taken, man. I knew it. I called it. I think he fits better. I think he fits better for what they're looking to do, man. I think he's a better overall fit. I'm telling you.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
So now here comes Arizona's on the clock, and that's going to be the interesting pick for
New England's on the clock.
New England's on the clock. Now Drake May's available. So do they take Drake May or do they take JJ McCarthy?
Jaden Daniels. Or JJ McCarthy.
Yeah,
that's right.
JJ McCarthy. Yeah. So that is going to be the guess.
Or are they going to shock the world and go Michael Penix Jr.?
No, I don't think Penix is gonna go.
Michael Penix and who's the other one?
I think Penix overall.
Those are gonna be. They're going to be first rounders, but they're going to be late.
You know what? You know why everybody wants JJ McCarthy is because he played under Harbaugh, and Harbaugh's system is more NFL ready system.
NFL ready.
So he's NFL ready, but Penix, that dude carried Washington, bro. Like that dude literally carried that team. So listen, it's going to be a coin flip between those two, but you're going to see 3 quarterbacks go 3 in a row, I believe. I'm telling you, it's going to be 3 quarterbacks taken back to back to back to back. And then that's when things are going to get a little bit tricky because if Arizona stays in that spot, they're taking a wide receiver. We just have to know if it's going to be Marvin Harrison or not. So I think Marvin should go 1, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes, man. But I'm calling. I think May is going next.
Yeah, I mean, Robert Kraft is just one of those guys that just we'll see. Like I don't know. But I think they put Jaden Daniels in the Robert Griffin III category.
Yeah, Griffin was one of the best, but the problem is he was not a pocket passer like you wanted him to be. He was great with his legs, but once his legs went and he got all those injuries, he was never the same player.
But he wasn't big. He never got a chance to put on
right
enough weight and enough muscle on his frame before he got hurt too bad.
Yeah, but he was an athletic freak, man. He was doing things the quarterbacks weren't doing.
Sure.
He was great. I ain't gonna lie to you. He was a great player when he first came in. When those injuries started happening, man, they started catching up to the kid. It was lights out for him. He was never the same, man. I don't see it. I'm telling you, I think it's Drake May. I think Drake May is going next. If it's not Drake May, it's going to be JJ McCarthy. I just don't see them not taking a quarterback. They already picked. Is
the third pick in already?
No, not yet. Still 5 minutes to go. I think New England's probably fielding offers too because somebody might want to jump to that spot.
Because they could field an offer and still move down and get somebody like a Bo Nix or a Michael Penix
The pick
and
is
get better.
the pick is in. We just got to wait for them to come to the stadium, the podium.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And you can sit whoever it's going to be. So it's not like you can't sit. You have Brissett, who's going to be the starter. I mean, they're not paying this guy $8 million to sit on the bench. He's going to be the starter. So whoever the quarterback is, they'll have at least a year to sit behind and learn.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best way to go, because they rush these kids now, man. They do. They rush these kids.
Yeah, Mike, I agree. This is when it starts to get interesting. So looks like number 3, they did not trade. Mikey Hubbard's on. So
okay.
He's but yeah, it's definitely yeah, I thought we were going to move back maybe, but maybe they just couldn't get enough for what that pick is. So, but there's a couple of decent quarterbacks.
There's a ton of quarterbacks. This is a draft. So, this is a quarterback heavy draft, man. I haven't seen a draft like this in quite a while.
You think?
Yeah, this is going to be a top heavy draft for quarterbacks. You don't see that many quarterbacks go in the first round like that in these last couple of years.
True.
This is a heavy quarterback draft. So you have a lot of good prospects. You're going to have some that's going to be bust, but you're also going to have people that's going to be surprises. So you'll have some folks taken in the second, third round that end up being gems. You just have to wait, man. It's a waiting game.
I mean, those people already got fat heads of Jaden Daniels in a Washington helmet. That's hilarious.
Hey, listen, I knew that was the guy they were looking for, man. It's because it's just he just fits that environment, man, there. So I don't know. Drake May, I think it's going to be Drake May is going to be the next pick.
I think Drake May is the best available quarterback on the board. That's just my personal opinion.
I think Neighbors, if Arizona doesn't get out, I think Neighbors goes number 4, or Harrison goes
number 4.
I don't know, man. They might trade out, man. Yeah. They might trade out of that spot.
No, it's Harrison is already linked to the Arizona Cardinals, 110%.
Here he comes.
So here he goes. Old Goodell.
I love how he just takes his stroll, taking his time like he walking through the park.
Drake May. There you go.
See, there it is. I knew it. Hey, man, I'm what, 3 for 3?
Oh, why does he look like Mac Jones?
He's a young boy. He ain't even got a mustache on his face. That boy young as hell.
He looks like a trimmer Mac Jones. I mean, Mac Jones had a dad bod, though. I mean, that dude was so out of shape, it was bad.
I'm telling you, bro, this is crazy. 3 quarterbacks in a row. Now, like I said.
But there was a stat that said 3 quarterbacks have been taken in the first or the last 7 of 8 drafts. Because, I mean, quarterbacks are quarterbacks. I mean, you need a quarterback. Now we start to talk. Arizona, Chargers, your boys. Let's see what happens.
I swear to God, the Giants better not take J.J. McCarthy. I will be pissed. Let me tell you, I will be absolutely livid if the Giants take J.J. McCarthy.
Nate in his comments. Are you watching the you should probably pop up the chat so you can hang with everybody. Nate, your boy Nate wrapped his heading to the Chinese massage parlor after this. Boy, you're so wrong for that. You were so wrong. But it's probably not wrong. That's the thing.
Oh, that's crazy, man.
I take it our boy Mikey Moore does not want to join us so that we can rag him about the Denver Broncos quarterback room. Oh my gosh. It's horrible. I mean, Denver's on the clock. They're gonna pick up a quarterback too.
Oh man.
We'll see. I mean, did I just hear Kurt Warner was like, are they trying to compare this dude to Josh Allen?
What?
They're talking about some physical ability. I don't think they're putting him on the same level as a Josh Allen, but I don't know what his stats are as far as his size.
Tim Tebow thinking about lacing it up again in Denver.
Tim Tebow.
Hey, he should have. Hey, he should have stayed.
Yep.
He should have. You should have never left.
He should have stayed. He would have been the starting quarterback
on there.
Oh my gosh, that's so terrible. That's so terrible. Bro, he looks like a frat boy. He looks like the typical frat boy.
Man, they're not trading. I don't think they're trading now. I think they're going to take Harrison. I think Harrison is going next.
110%.
I think Harrison is going next.
They're going to give Kyler Murray something to see if Kyler Murray still got it.
He played well when he came back from injury last season. It was just too late for them. But it's not like he played like it was garbage. He actually won a couple games for them when he came back from injury. The kid can play. He just has to stay healthy. And his frame is what makes things hard for him to play in the NFL because he's not a big dude. He's not. You know, he kind of reminds me.
Yeah. Picks in. No trade. No trade.
I think it's going to be Harrison. They need a weapon.
Wow. Okay, 99. We got Couch, McNabb, and Akili Smith. In 2021, Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, and Trey Lance. Wow.
So those 3 in a row is 4 and few between then.
Yeah, but yeah. Interesting. That was an interesting take. Joel Klatt said he's got probably the most upside of all of the quarterbacks right now.
Really?
Yeah. Most upside, like the higher ceiling of them all.
I don't know about interesting.
It looked like he just got done to the kegger.
They all on the laptops trying to see who they connect is.
Alpha beta gamma.
Trying to get their stuff up.
That's what I mean. All right, here we go. Marvin Harrison Jr. Let's go. Let's go, Harrison.
Come on, Goodell. There we go.
Let's go. OH. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, the question is, can he do something in Arizona? We already know, guys, listen, we know that he is the best wide receiver prospect. And this is not me being a homer. This is not me being an Ohio State guy. He is literally the best prospect of a wide receiver that has come out in 10 years.
A lot of people think he's
Prove me wrong.
His dad even thinks he's better than him. So
he's 110% better than his dad. He's got first of all, it's a generational thing. His dad didn't have some of the things around him that these guys have to train and to get better. Obviously, he's built differently than his father.
His dad was more stocky.
He's linkier. I think he's taller than his dad, but he has got more pure wide receiver capabilities than I think his dad. He's got better instincts than his dad, and his dad is a bona fide Hall of Famer.
Are you kidding me?
Now the question, but the thing is, he had Peyton Manning throwing to him. This guy's got Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray can't even sniff Peyton Manning's
here's
job.
the thing: Harrison had Peyton Manning, but in college he also had McNabb throwing to him too in Syracuse. So this kid was, Harrison the senior was already ready to go in the NFL. But I think Junior has the skill set. He has the length. He can come back to the ball. He can jump. So the guy was everything to Ohio State, man. He kept them in games when you thought, you know, they didn't have a chance. The kid is, you know, almost 6'4". I'm telling you, man, he's a monster. He's gonna be a monster. And he's playing in Arizona, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he don't have to worry about outdoor weather. And he's used to playing at Ohio State where they had cold weather, open stadium, the whole nine. Now he's gonna play in Arizona where he's gonna absolutely kill.
Yep.
Bro, it's gonna be a track meet. Who's gonna stop this kid?
I just remember in one of the games that he played, he bent his way into a 2-toe tap touch with a catch. I mean, he contorted his body. It was a thing of beauty to watch him. I hate that he's not with us anymore, but man, oh man, this guy was a monster at Ohio State.
Everybody wanted him to stay one more year, but we all know he was going to go. He wasn't going to stick around, man.
Nah, that's all right. That's all right. We still don't have a real quarterback for him right now. He did all of that with Kyle McCord, bro.
I want to say, everybody. I mean, Kyle McCord really wasn't terrible, bro. He just wasn't built for the big moments. He wasn't terrible. He won you games.
He didn't
win you the big game, man. But he was, you know, he won games for you.
6'3", 209. 6'3", 209. That is nuts. This guy's a monster. I'm happy for him. Represent the Buckeyes. Yeah, his catch radius is ridiculous. Gosh. Yeah. I'm going to compare him to just a smaller version of Megatron.
So we're gonna have 3 quarterbacks taking off in a row, and then 2 wide receivers coming off. Because ain't no way.
So you think Neighbors?
Man,
you think Neighbors is going to go second?
Neighbors not getting picked next. Not a chance in this world that he does not get picked next.
Yep, you got to give that quarterback somebody to throw to.
Give him a weapon like Neighbors. I just don't see it.
Because did they not lose?
Yes,
Williams, or they did, didn't they? They lost their receiver, so they got to reboot on that receiver.
100% gonna take Neighbors with this pick. There's no way. There is no way he doesn't get picked up. There's just not. And then I'm gonna be sick to my damn stomach because I already know what the Giants are gonna do, and it's gonna make me throw up. I'm telling you, man. Oh my God! You still think they go? They're gonna take JJ. They're gonna take JJ McCarthy. I know it. I just know it in my gut, and it's going to be the biggest mistake in that franchise's history if they do that. It's going to be absolutely terrible. Terrible decision by them. Watch. The Giants are going to giant. That's what they're going to do.
I mean, we pick at 21. Do you know there are rumors that we were looking at I believe he was a Texas wide receiver. Was that the guy who ran like a 4.21? Or was he a defensive back? I'd have to go check that out. But they're talking about wide receiver. What the heck do we need a wide receiver?
You guys got your wide receiver core is deep.
I mean, I understand. But it is. But you have to think about, we're taking the option with Waddle. Okay. Reek's contract is up next year. So do you go get backup for that from a young talent? My thing is, I think you get a D tackle. That's where I would like to see something happen as a D tackle. Or I think at 21, you could start the O tackle. Late teens, early 20s, you could start the offensive lineman run at that point. They've also talked about a tight end, but I think that's too early. We also pick at 55. So we're pretty in a pretty good spot for the Dolphins. So, hey guys, if you're just now joining us, we're an hour deep into our first ever live draft reaction show here on the Roaming Homer podcast. I'm Caleb. That's Francisco. We're so excited for you guys to join us. If you haven't already, give us a like, give us a follow on the Facebook page. Check us out on YouTube and Spotify for all of our weekly content when it comes to our breakdown and just random discussions of football. Listen, we're not pros. We're not experts at all of this. We're just two guys who love football. And we love being what we call roaming homers and want you to be part of our family. And that is just rooting for a team that you are not in the city that you root for. And hey, guess what? If you are in the city and you still root for that team, you can still be a roaming homer. So join us on Spotify, join us on YouTube, hit the like, hit the follow over on our Facebook page, share the content. We thank you so much for keeping us up to date on, or keep all of your friends up to date on all of the content. You guys are why we do this, and just ecstatic that we were able to do this and having fun. So we've got 4 picks in, 3 quarterbacks, and you're 3 for 3 on the quarterbacks. I was off a little bit. Marvin Harrison going number 4 to the Arizona Cardinals. We got the pick in for the Chargers. We believe it was Keenan Allen that they lost. Keenan Allen's. So we believe that Neighbors is the next one off the board.
That's 100% lock. It's got to be Neighbors. You have to give that kid.
It's got to be Neighbors.
You have to give that kid a weapon. You have to.
So Xavier Worthy ran the 4.2. That was him. Thanks, Nate, for that. Nate's our statistician.
Bro, his mind is crazy.
He's watching.
Hey, his mind is crazy when it comes to football. This he can pull up things that you couldn't even imagine.
If he's willing to jump in as a call, no way that Xavier Worthy ran a 4.2 as an O lineman, Nate. Bruh. I'm gonna have to call. I
think some of our guys are afraid to get on camera.
Oh, they don't have to be on camera, but they could be on audio if they want. They don't have to join on camera.
I'm telling you, Neighbors is going.
We definitely want somebody, man. Bro, fix your hair. Bro got hair flopping around like Trump. Man,
it's got to be Neighbors, bro. Bro, they don't have one running back in the top 30, bro. Not one.
They picked a tackle. Nate called it. Nate said they're going to go O-line.
What?
Yo. Number 5.
Oh,
really?
Please. Oh, my God. The Neighbors is going to... Giants better take Neighbors.
I mean...
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, if
Joe Alt 68. Ooh, man. Hey, you got to protect your quarterback. I 100%. You got to protect him, bro.
You do.
You have to.
Is he number 5 pick?
We'll see. I'm super excited.
I mean, is he Joe Thomas level?
Excited.
He might be.
Thomas? He might be Joe Thomas level, but you have to see. But you have to protect Herbert. You have to. He's a franchise quarterback. You have to give him time. I think it's going to be, and I think Harbaugh is good enough where he can go get a wide receiver later on in the draft or find his way around it. Man, all these kids look like babies, man.
They do. I mean, look, I got Gray. Nate's over here said Herbert hasn't seen straight in 3 years. He needs protection.
Oh my goodness, bro. So that's the first one. That's the first one I got wrong. It's the first pick I got wrong, man. I'm hoping this next one is wrong.
I mean, I really, honestly,
please let him take Neighbors, man.
We were both wrong.
Neighbors. He's falling right into the Giants' lap, man. Take the wide receiver. Screw the quarterback.
Sorry, y'all. He got a little excited on that one. Sorry about that, y'all.
See, lost my cool there for a minute, man. Talking Giants.
Yeah, it's all right. Hey, we Oh yeah,
man, he's right there, man. Take him, I swear, Giants better do the right thing and take the wide receiver. Give Danny Dimes another weapon.
oh, this is okay. This is what I love right now. This is draft right here. This is draft. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our very own Francisco on the clock. This is going to be
Listen, man, I will lose
to watch.
I'm telling you, man, I will
Stick
lose
around.
my ish, bro.
Stick
I'm telling
around.
you, I will lose my ish if they take JJ McCarthy.
Oh, stick around. Okay, are you going to be mad if they drop?
No, I won't be mad if they drop back. At least if it's not for JJ McCarthy.
Okay.
In this pick, I'm telling you, man, take Neighbors. He's right there. Unless somebody's going to move up, I don't think they are. I don't think anybody's going to move up.
I told you the picks in. They didn't move back.
Let's go. Anything with JJ, man. I swear, I'm gonna be pissed.
A few moments later.
I'm telling you, man, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be big mad.
Oh, I got my hand. I got my hand on my downer button right now. Let's just see if I have to use it.
Oh my God!
Which one? Oh, here we go.
Come on.
Okay, right. Talking heads. Let's go.
Done.
We don't need to be talking anymore. Get Goodell and his floppy hair back out there.
Gotta get Neighbors.
Let's get this pick in. Oh, you guys got Drew Lock?
Yeah, he's a backup.
It's still not the Denver Broncos room. Just saying. Nate, you might need to get your boy here in just a second. I don't have a mute button, so we don't have a bleep button. I'm telling you, man,
stop playing with me, Nate. Stop playing with me, bro. It better be Neighbors. It better be Neighbors in that.
Oh, here he is. Let's see if Wardrobe fixed his hair. No, they did. What is he doing back there? His hair is like flopping all up in the wind. What's he doing back there?
Come on.
Kaboom.
There you go. Wide receiver.
Dang.
Malik Neighbors to the New York Giants.
Yes. Ah,
there you go.
Oh, man, they use their brain cells, man.
We safe for another minute. We safe for another minute. Now, you still have questions at the quarterback.
Yeah, I worry about that next year. This year, let Danny Dimes have a good receiver core and let him see what he could do when he's healthy. I'll worry about that next year. I'm just glad they didn't take McCarthy. So it becomes interesting now because Minnesota wants to get a quarterback. So when I think Tennessee don't need one. Yeah, they don't need one.
Tennessee's not going to pick quarterback. Atlanta's not going to pick one.
Right.
Chicago's not going to pick one. The New York Jets are not going to pick one. They're going to stay there. The next 4 picks do not need to be quarterbacks. Now, it would shock me if Tennessee did go quarterback, but Atlanta doesn't need one. Chicago doesn't need one. Now, the Jets could pick one to sit behind Aaron Rodgers, but I don't think that they will waste that pick.
How is it a wasted pick? Aaron Rodgers is like 50. Like, what are the Jets thinking?
Well, that's true. That's true.
The guy's not going to play forever. He's just not.
I mean, obviously,
you need to prepare for the future. You already got rid of the quarterback that you thought was your future. Yeah. You need to pick somebody up in this draft.
But is it at that pick?
I don't know. That's a good question.
At that pick?
I still can't believe the Chargers passed up on Neighbors, but I understand why they did it, though. I understand why they did it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. That's interesting.
No.
Our boy never texted you back. He's like, whatever. He's like, I'm not getting in there.
Our guys are
Okay.
being scary. They don't
All
want
right.
to jump in on the live and give their opinion on what's going on.
Uh-oh. Let's see what this dude's flexing on here. He got the double-breasted suit going on. Okay, that's pretty tight though. That's pretty tight right there. I'll give him a credit on that jacket.
LSU always produces good wide receivers, man. So they're a hell of a school for wide receivers. So there's no doubt this kid is going to be phenomenal for the Giants.
Yeah. 6 foot 199.
No,
not bad.
You think Tennessee's going offense, or you think offense or defense?
I don't even really truly know what they need. If I was going to be really truthfully honest, I don't know what they need.
I think Tennessee might go. I think Tennessee is going to go offensive line. I just do.
Oh, what a move. Oh, that was kind of disgusting. All right, Nate, appreciate you. Our statistician, man. I appreciate you, boy. Overall grades, he got a 92. This Rome guy from Washington got 91. Marvin Harrison got an 88. And then Xavier Worthy is a wide receiver and is linked very little to the Miami Dolphins, which I just think is beyond me. Man, we are 7 picks in, still not one trade yet.
It was supposed to be, these trades were supposed to be flying off the shelves right now with this stuff, man.
See, this is where it gets boring for me when it comes. I mean, we need some trades. So we need some trades. All right, guys. So if you are joining us, thank you guys for joining us on this Facebook Live, our very first ever live broadcast of the Roaming Homer podcast. We are 6 picks in. The 7th is actually in, still on the clock, but it's in for the Tennessee Titans. We've got 3 quarterbacks coming off of the board. My boy Francisco was 3 for 3 when it came to the 3. Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, and Drake May going 1, 2, 3. And then my boy from the Ohio State, and that's right, I said the Ohio State University, Marvin Harris Jr., one of the most prolific college freakish athletes at the wide receiver position in the last decade, has come out, goes to the Arizona Cardinals at number 4. And then we get the shock so far of the draft at number 5 with Joe Alt going at tackle. Joe Alt going at tackle to the Los Angeles Chargers. And then we get back on track. May my boy Francisco
100%.
ecstatic.
100%. 100%.
With Malik Neighbors. So, yeah, we almost had to bleep the show there for a few minutes because we
I would have 100% would have lost it. I think Tennessee. I think Tennessee's going to pick Matt Getz. I think that's who their pick is going to be.
Okay. Let's see here. Let's do some mock drafts. Let's see what. All right, let's see here. See, this one, this mock draft had Minnesota coming up and trading the Los Angeles Chargers to get J.J. McCarthy, but they did not. Now, and they had Tennessee taking Joe Alt, so that threw this mock draft off. So we'll see. They need an offensive tackle. So
I don't know.
Could they take the Alabama tackle, J.C. Latham? There's a possibility that they take him if that's who they were looking for as a possibility in the draft. So we've got O tackle. Who did you say that they wanted? Who'd you? Okay. So we'll see. We'll see. Picks in. We are in a commercial break. So we will see what is it? Kool-Aid McKinstry.
Yeah,
Yo,
when they were saying
this reminds me
all those
this
crazy
dude,
football names.
Okay, the Keen and Peele show. That's a name, bro. That's a name right there. Kool-Aid McKinstry. Kool-Aid, bruh. Either number one, you better play lights out being named Kool-Aid, because don't be bad. Don't be bad. I don't know. I say
Okay.
All right. So my pick here is J.C. Latham for the Titans. J.C. Latham.
Shit, like that's doing anything. Hey,
Mason Rudolph is their quarterback.
Listen,
they added Mason Rudolph.
I don't know.
Added Calvin Ridley. They added Calvin Ridley too. Let's see, here we go. Pick number 7's in, boys and girls, if girls are watching. That's good.
Yeah, you called it.
You. Alabama tackle J.C. Latham going to the Tennessee Titans. I called that one. Which now leaves J.J. McCarthy wide open for Minnesota not having to give up any trades, giving up any draft capital. If J.J. McCarthy fell, I don't even know if I would call that falling, into Minnesota's lap. So now we've got Atlanta. They've got needs at wide receiver. They got needs probably at offensive line. Chicago needs an entire team. So I don't know. We'll see what happens there.
That old man. So
the Jets,
you're gonna have to go.
The Jets go offensive line. They go defensive line. I mean, their defense was pretty stout last year.
So we'll see how it goes.
He ain't
the baddest man on the planet anymore. So.
Yeah, they're probably going to go O tackle. I mean, Denver needs to trade up and get JJ McCarthy. Like, because I just hate that our boy doesn't really want to come on here because he just doesn't want to take the heat.
He's a monster though, man. 6'5", 342 pounds.
That bro gave
the guy's massive. He's
Goodell
a massive human
huge
being.
bear hug and like probably popped every organ inside his body. Yeah. And Goodell's like, oh my gosh, no. They picked him up off the ground and walked him. But the only time you're going to be able to touch
all right, I'm going to step out for a second
of the NFL like that and be like, any other time you're going to go to jail, get fined. Yeah, man. All right. All right, guys. So we are 7 picks in, about an hour and 10 minutes deep into the show. Next, we've got Atlanta. If you're in the chats, drop in what you guys see for Atlanta. Love to see what's the possibility here at Atlanta. Might be going defense. Some mock drafts got him taking Dallas Turner from Alabama. Possibly could be there. He's still there, so we'll see what's happening. But yeah, this is good stuff. Take a break here just for a second while we wait for the pick to come in. Okay, so it sounds like the Falcons selection is in. Wow, I just can't believe we have not had any trades at all, guys. This is crazy. Dude's suit's tight, though. This dude's suit is fire. All right. So we've got a pick coming in for Atlanta. As we know, Atlanta picked up some big time stuff going on. They got Kirk Cousins as their quarterback, and we will see what they do as a pick for the pick number 8 in the draft. Possible defense. They could add some offensive weapons. Bijan Robinson's there, so there's a major offensive weapon with Kirk Cousins. Could they add Xavier Worthy? Maybe. Okay, so now they're chiming in about Penix. That would be very interesting to see Michael Penix jump in here. So yeah, that'd be pretty crazy to see that happen. So that would be the shakeup of the draft right now if they pick Penix at number 8. So we'll see what happens here.
All right, who'd I miss? Still on the clock?
Nobody right now. They sit here. The pick is in.
No way.
Ian Rappaport just said that there is a possibility that they could pick Michael Penix Jr. at number 8. That would be crazy. I'm going with the edge rusher. I'm going to go with Dallas Turner. Oh, yo.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Y'all, I'm speechless.
You just signed Cousins to a 4-year deal.
Yo.
That's bananas, bro.
$180 million.
Unless they're going to do him like they did Jordan Love, though. Where Jordan Love sat for a while.
Oh, my. But is Kirk Cousins a guy that you really want to sit behind? But I think Kirk Cousins is a good enough guy that he'll take somebody underneath his wings, like a Fitzpatrick.
I knew this was going to be
we know that Miami's not going quarterback. That's good to know. Y'all, if you're just joining us, listen, if you're just joining us right now, this is the absolute bombshell of the draft. At pick number 8, the Atlanta Falcons go with Michael Penix Jr. after signing Kirk Cousins to $180 million 4-year deal with almost $100 million of that guarantee.
So when he comes in, he's ready. Look at Jordan Love. As soon as he got his opportunity, he took his boys to the playoffs and beat the Cowboys in the first round. So he literally sat for 4 years. Even same thing with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers sat for 4 years behind Favre, and he became one of the greatest ever. So listen, I kind of see what they're doing, man. I'm not saying Kirk Cousins is one of the greatest ever, but the guy can play and he can win. So I'm telling you, man, you're not going to pay him that kind of money. This kid is going to sit for a couple years. He's going to sit. He's not going to start, bro. There's just not a chance. You don't spend that kind of money on Cousins and think this kid is going to come in and start. I think he's a project for them. I think they're going to give him time to sit and develop. And by the time he gets ready to come in, he's going to be prepared to do what he needs to do for the franchise.
Yeah. I mean, it's a smart thing to do with some of these kids instead of trying to make them, be the guy day one. I mean, the pressure on Caleb Williams, Drake May, and Jaden Daniels is absolutely enormous. They have to go in and perform immediately. That is nuts, y'all. Just absolutely bananas. It could be the
not even
craziest
4.
pick, but it could be the
I don't think
smartest
Cousins
pick of the draft.
I don't think Cousins is going to be there for 4
But
years.
we will
I
see
think
in
they're
4
going to sit
years.
this kid. I think Cousins will be there guaranteed for 2.
We'll see if Cousins gets hurt.
Guaranteed
We'll
at
see if
least
Cousins
for 2
gets
he'll
hurt.
be there. They're going to give this kid time to develop. I'm telling you. Penix Jr., he carried Washington, man. He took him all the way to the national title game. Give the kid a chance to develop. Let him sit. Let him learn behind Cousins. Cousins has been a good quarterback in the league, man. He's won everywhere he's gone. He's been in the playoffs with every team he's been to. So give Penix a chance to learn, and I'm sure Cousins is going to teach him. So because Cousins know his job is secure. This kid is not going to start over him. They're not going to do that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Atlanta had Ridley anyway, and they thought Ridley was going to be the future, and he wasn't. He didn't turn out to be that. So why not? Why not? We all knew this is going to be a top heavy draft for quarterbacks. So we've got what 4 quarterbacks taken in the first 8 picks of the draft right now, which is bananas. Yeah. And we still got JJ McCarthy on the board.
Yeah.
They have to go wide receiver. I just don't see it. I don't see them not taking a wide receiver.
For the Bears, are they going wide receiver?
Maybe Xavier Worthy.
Okay, so Romo Dunes or Xavier Worthy? Here we go. Roma Dunze. Wow. 6'2", 212. Man, these dudes are huge.
Was he invited to the draft? Oh, yeah, he was.
Wow. Yeah, he's there.
Yeah, he's sharp.
He's there.
Yeah, he's sharp, yeah.
But that hair's set too. He looking fly with the chains, the all black. Yeah, he got that hair.
Man,
he got that
I'm
hair
telling you, man,
rode
this is
up
crazy.
right.
This draft so far, I'm surprised. There's been no trades. Like, there's been no trades. You would think there would be trades going on right now. I think McCarthy's going to fall right into the lap of Minnesota, man.
All right. So we've got a man.
They picked already that fast?
What? Oh, I guess the Jets have already picked. Where are they going to go? Are they going to go O-line? Somebody's got him going with a tight end.
First trade.
That'd be crazy.
Minnesota?
They say the Vikings are on the clock, which means, nope, there's a trade. We got our first trade.
Take JJ?
Why?
Yeah.
Why did they do that?
Yep.
Unless the Jets were going to possibly
he's for
maybe
sure.
take JJ McCarthy behind Aaron Rodgers. We got JJ McCarthy coming off the board right here, y'all.
That's not even a question. He's going to be the next guy off the board.
JJ McCarthy. 110%. All right, this is for our boy Mikey Hubbard. I'm not sure if he's still watching the stream or not, but he's a Jet fan. Hopefully you got something out of that trade. Caleb Williams, DeAndre Swift. I didn't catch all that was on their offense, but that could be a decent offense if they keep pull it together. Now, what we are missing is that Kirk Cousins had an Achilles injury at the end of the year, missed 9 games. So he's coming to Atlanta off an Achilles injury. So still makes sense for Atlanta.
Wow.
Okay, so they received the 10th
Those
overall.
fourth and fifth round picks are sweet spots. You can find
one spot.
some
They
Hall
got
of
a
Famers.
fourth and a fifth out of it. Wow. Okay. Especially the third and fourth is really a good spot to go in. Aaron Jones. I forgot Aaron Jones signed with the Vikings.
We can
interconference. That was crazy.
It's guaranteed. JJ's coming off the board.
And they're. Go ahead. Oh, 110%. I'm not even worried about talking about that anymore. But I think at the end of the day, when you talk about
No.
I forget what I was talking about when you said that. Oh, Justin Jefferson. He's not being traded at this point. Because I know there was a whole lot of rumors about him being traded. So yeah, none of our boys wanted to call into the show, but that's okay. I'm gonna have to let them know. No support. It's all right. Oh, that was a unique stat. First 10 picks are all going to be offensive players, and that's the first time ever. So no safeties, no corners, no D-edge. Yeah. Interesting. All right. All right, guys. So we are on a commercial break. The pick is in for the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota Vikings have moved up and taken the 10th spot from the Jets.
What do you think?
Since
we already know what Minnesota's going to do, what do you think the Jets are going to do now? Since they traded out of their pick,
pretty sure that
who is going to be their guy
going back?
Are they going to go offense? I think they're going to have to go offensive line, right, to protect Aaron Rodgers, or you think they're going to give him a weapon on offense? So you got Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers would be the tight end out of Georgia.
Maybe a tight end. Do we have a tight end? They've got Brock Bowers going to him.
And then you got Brian Thompson.
But do you think a tight
Thomas
end is
Jr., who is the next available wide receiver?
That's a stud.
So the two next available offensive weapons would be Brock Bowers and then Thomas Jr. So from LSU. So LSU always produces good wide receivers.
Yeah. Now, I mean, you can look at some. Yeah, you can look at some of these O tackles, like Mims is an O tackle. Barton from Duke, interior lineman from Oregon, is still out there.
You already said
Troy Fontuna. I'm not even going to pronounce this guy. Fashanu. Right? Fashanu from Penn State. He's an O tackle. Yeah. Yeah, Barton's out there. I mean, they could go O-line. They really could. So they could go O-line. But yeah, just because we're, dealing with TV, we got a break in the action. So thanks for joining us. Again, we're about an hour and 25 minutes deep.
Yeah, man, it's shocking. It took this long to get a draft, to get a live trade stream in the first round. I thought it was going to be a lot. This has been a lot sooner than it is, but it took to pick number 10. So the first 9 picks, nobody moved up. Yeah. Everything's seeming to be lining up for these guys the way it needs to be lining up. So Minnesota's going to get their pick. The Jets and Broncos is interesting. Yep. I think they moved up because of because they would have been right behind the Jets. So I don't understand why they moved one up, because the Jets were going to take J.J. McCarthy. Yeah, true. But if they really want him, they wouldn't have traded out.
You don't know that. They could have taken J.J. McCarthy to sit him behind Aaron Rodgers.
They wouldn't have traded out if they really wanted him. They just wanted to get some capital, some draft capital. The Broncos, I'm surprised the Broncos didn't make a move to move up to get McCarthy. So who they need a quarterback.
Bro.
And then you got the Raiders after that. The Raiders are after that. So
Broncos.
I don't know,
Broncos
man.
should have
It's going
sold
to
the
get
farm to
interesting.
go number 1. Those poor folks.
The cat from the Colts.
Who's the Raiders quarterback right now?
What's his name? The stash. He has the mustache. The Gardner Minshew. Yeah. I call him the stash.
Oh, Gardner Minshew. Yeah.
They just be adding unnecessary things out here, man. Oh, I don't even know what they're talking
That's
about.
our first guest out here.
Hold on, let me turn this on real quick. Oh, wow. Yeah.
This is the family of a fallen soldier named Zachary Ewing. Yeah.
I thought it was just some random, people they were just bringing out on the stage. I know it was a fallen soldier.
Yeah.
I'm surprised none of our guys jumped on, man.
I know. There we go. JJ McCarthy.
They're going from
Bro,
he's going
JJ
from one
looked like
cold
Drake
state weather
May's
team to
brother.
another.
They both look like they just came from the same frat house.
Yeah.
But one of them is in a dome.
They are. They want to build a dome.
I mean, if I'm playing up there, I'm playing in a dome. Is Chicago building a dome? Okay, at least they building a dome. At least they building a dome. Those crazy people not building a dome is just stupid. Cleveland needs to build a dome. Buffalo needs to build a dome. What? Like, after last year? Man, I would have put a tarp over that mess. And this blasted team. Y'all, my disdain for that team right there is absolutely hideous.
All right. So who we know is going to be
Gosh, I
JJ.
hate
Who is
Michigan so
taking?
bad.
Who are the Jets taking? Are they going offense or defense?
Unbelievable. I'm going to go offense, and we're going to keep the offensive going. They don't need anybody on defense right now. I think they're going to go off.
They just set a record for most offensive players taken.
I think they go Brock Bowers. I think they go Brock Bowers.
And I think we're going to go 12 too, because they need a quarterback.
Yep, 10 in a row never happened. We're going to keep it going and go with
Denver.
11.
Yeah, that'd be the next guy to pick on the list is Bo Nix.
Denver? Who are they picking? Bo Nix?
I think that's your next best available quarterback is Bo Nix.
Who are they player comparison? Okay. I'm about to come unglued.
No way.
They just compared JJ McCarthy to CJ Stroud. Bruh, I'm done. I'm done. Man, get out of here. I'm so mad right now.
That's crazy,
That's
man.
blasphemous. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan. I don't think he's going to be that guy. I think he's going to be a Zach Wilson. I think he's going to be just the guy that's not going to be the guy.
I think he'll sit a year because Minshew can play.
I think he's a Mac Jones.
Almost took the Colts to the playoffs last year.
I think he's a Mac Jones.
He can play. So Oh, they made their pick. The War Room, Jets War Room. You can see they're shaking hands
Minshew's
already,
not
so they
really
got
a
their,
starter
they made their pick already.
but I don't think JJ is either.
They
So
might.
I wonder if they're going to go Brock Bowers.
They might. See, my squad already picked. I'm just waiting for your squad to get up, and so we can see what.
All right, I think we'll go.
After Denver. Yeah. I mean, after Miami.
Yeah, I think we'll go. I think we'll go to the end. We'll end the show after my squad
I think that's
picks,
as far as we're gonna go, man.
And then we'll get some feedback online later. But that's
they like to drag it out.
We'll wait till that. I think we. Yeah, I mean they're starting to go faster now. All right, here we go.
Still offense, yeah, still offense. But I told you,
tackle.
But I knew that they had to protect the old man, though. I mean, I was
still
saying
offense.
it. So I mean, it was. Listen, it is what it is. You have to
picks.
protect Rodgers. He's the guy's he's fragile.
Yeah,
he's in his 40s. You got to protect them. So give themselves a chance to win. If Rodgers can stay healthy and upright, it gives them a chance to win some games.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to win a division, but at least it gives them a chance to win some games.
Yeah.
So I think the Broncos might go quarterback.
Yeah, for sure.
No? You think?
No. Defense. This is where the defense starts. Yeah. I think at this point, listen, they're a hot piece of garbage right now on the offense. Let's just get something on the defense. I think they go corner.
I mean, we're moving, man. We ain't got that much to go,
get
man.
Paired up with Patrick
to get to your
Surtain.
squad, so not that many picks to go.
So we'll see.
6, 7, 8. You only got about 8 more picks before you guys choose, so that's not that bad.
Obviously,
man.
Obviously, we got 130 commercials that we need to go in, but so yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. So we'll pick number 12. 9 picks. We're the 9th pick out of that. Yeah. And I think Miami goes O tackle. I think Miami goes O line.
Bowers is going to fall that far, man.
They could shock me if Brock Bowers is there. They could pick up Brock Bowers.
You know who could use?
Even though we got Jonnu Smith,
can actually use a tight end. To be honest with you, who can use a really good tight end is.
I mean, he was a beast. Brock Bowers is a beast.
I think Jacksonville can use a really good tight end right now.
Okay.
I think could the Jaguars need a good tight end for Lawrence.
Could the Bengals use a tight end? No, they got
the kid they had was played for the Giants, and the guy couldn't stay on the field. Man, he wasn't healthy like he should be.
Yeah.
So they need he needs a good weapon and a good tight end. So hopefully he might fall to him. I don't know. That's crazy to me, man. I still can't believe.
Bro, this mock draft had the Falcons
picking
Michael Penix Jr.
took
number 40.
Took Penix Jr., bro. That is.
They got Bo Nix going to the Raiders at 44.
That is insane. Insane.
No. Looking at some of this. I can't remember if the Ohio State tight end actually. Yep, he did. They got. Ooh, that would be
big boy.
Phenomenal fit for the 49ers. Cade Stover. Cade Stover was a beast at Ohio State. Big, tough to tackle. Remind me of just a smaller version of Gronk. I mean, Bowers kind of reminds me of that gritty, tough to tackle. But man, Cade Stover going to the 49ers, I'm not going to hate on it. That'd be a good pick for them. And that would be a steal at 94.
I think we already know where, since we're jumping around a little bit, I know where Buffalo's going to do. Buffalo needs another wide receiver
that would be a
to
steal.
make up. Oh yeah, bro. They lost their star. They lost their star wide receiver. You got to give old boy somebody to throw to, man.
You think?
Really?
So this particular pick does not have that Xavier Worthy guy going off the board in the first round. They have this Adonai Mitchell going to Buffalo from Texas.
Bruh,
They don't have Xavier
I don't think you're going to
Worthy
see
coming off of the
running
board
back into the third round the way things are
Oh.
going right now, bro.
not until he goes to the Bengals at 49, second round. Yeah, that there's not really. There's what? One, the guy from Michigan, and he's a small dude.
Well, the Broncos already made their pick.
He reminds me of a LaDainian Tomlinson style back. All right.
Nah, I think they go offense.
Yeah, pick number 12. I say this is the first defensive guy off of the board right here.
I think it's going to be offense.
I say they go a corner.
I told you, Broncos need a quarterback.
That's right. Bo
Broncos
Nix is
need a
still sitting out there. Do they take a flyer at Bo Nix at 12?
I'm telling you, it's going to be 12 straight picks offensive players.
Bro. Yeah. So we'll see here. Bo Nix. Yeah, Bo Nix is the only one left. So if you're just joining us, we've got the stream going on, and for obviously copyright purposes, we can't be sharing the audio or the stream with you guys as we're watching it. You're probably watching it as well. We're over here watching it on NFL.com and NFL
I think
Network.
they're going to go offense.
And now we've got Denver Broncos on the clock. I think they're going to go defense. Could go Bo Nix. That could be. It's not really. It wouldn't be a shock. It wouldn't be a shock. It'd be a shock to have him go that early. But I don't think it would be a shock to see the Denver Broncos in their hot garbage trash can of a dumpster fire quarterback room.
He's the next quarterback off the
Bo Nix.
Available.
It is horrible. I cannot believe that
30.
they picked up Zach Wilson. Unbelievable. Bro, so listen, somebody call Roger Goodell's hairdresser and get them fired.
Told you.
Somebody's got to be
Told you.
looking at him. All right, so we got the 12th pick coming in, guys.
There it is.
Bo Nix.
Yep. Told you. I told you this was a quarterback heavy draft, man.
6 quarterbacks in the first 12 picks.
6'2", 214 pounds. I'm telling you, I think he's going to fit well.
Well, they're all gone because there ain't any left.
He's experienced.
That's a bit, but he's old too.
But he's better than Ryan Tannehill.
Isn't he old?
Though. He's better than Ryan Tannehill.
Was he? What? Isn't he Ryan Tannehill old when Ryan Tannehill came out? Oh, let's not go down that rabbit hole. Let's not go down that rabbit hole.
Yep, there it is. So who now? Now I think we go defense.
Bo Nix was actually a quarterback.
Now we got
Tannehill
Antonio Pierce, who's the head coach of the Raiders now, and he's a defensive player. So I think they're gonna
go. Nix.
They're gonna go defense.
Raiders.
Raiders. I think they go defense. I think this is where the trend ends. This is where the trend ends.
And not O-line?
None of these guys want to.
And we got Indy coming up, and our boy T does not want to come on the show.
It might be past his bedtime. If I can text him.
Bear with me. I'm going off camera for a minute because I got to text my boy T to see if he actually wants to come on the show. We'll see. We'll see if he hits us back up. So
I don't know what Kurt Warner's watching.
Bo Nix reminds you of Drew Brees, is what Kurt Warner just said. I mean, Kurt Warner's Kurt Warner, though. I mean, he is a Hall of Fame Super Bowl winning best show on turf.
Arena League, and it was the Arena League he was in. They made a whole movie about him that nobody saw.
Did he come from the Canadian Football League?
Yeah.
Arena League.
They made a whole movie for this dude and nobody saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They made a whole movie about Kurt Warner and nobody saw it. Nobody saw it.
Did y'all know there was a movie about Kurt Warner? I didn't know there was a movie about Kurt Warner.
Mm-hmm.
I do have to say this, though. NFL Network is so much better than ESPN because I am definitely liking the commentators better on the NFL Network than ESPN. So,
yeah.
Okay, so I just texted our boy T.
He talks all that junk, technically, and then all of a sudden now he doesn't know how to come on, man. He
texted me back. He said,
"Come on,
I don't know how.
Scary,
and I don't have a mic."
Is what they are. Scary. These guys love to debate in the office, but then when it comes to getting on camera to do it, don't nobody want to step in. Oh yeah, this is gonna move fast. I'm going deep.
Right.
I'm going defense.
Right. Man, picks in already. I'm going O tackle. I'm going O tackle.
I think it's defense.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
And the offensive onslaught
Brock
continues,
Bowers.
bro. Bro, he's 6'3", 243. He's a Wow. I thought they would go defense because of their coach, but hey, all right, it is what it is, man.
That's for our boy. That's for our boy Sherrard. Okay. I thought O tackle. I did not. Right. I did not go with Brock Bowers.
This draft has been very surprising, bro. Like there's been things that. Man, come on! Look how many look at all the quarterbacks are off the board worth getting, bro. Literally, all the quarterbacks
in
are
a
off
couple
the board
areas. Some yes, in the some not. Round. But yeah.
And we've only had two wide receivers come off the board, bro. Two.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah.
No,
but we had a lot of teams that needed them.
It's no defense.
True. And no corners.
Wide receiver.
All right, so
I would say offense.
We got New Orleans.
I would say wide receiver. It's either going to be wide receiver or offensive line.
I don't even know what New Orleans needs.
They need offense.
Okay, I'm going to go with Talise Fuga. Yeah, was it Talise?
Because you still got
he's probably the best O tackle left on
the Graham Barton available. You still have Troy available.
We'll see.
You have Mims available. You have plenty of O linemen.
All right, so we're in a commercial break. Yeah, I'm gonna say Miami picks up.
That would be that would be the sickest thing ever. Like seriously, that would be. I mean, they were already broken the record for offensive players taken in the first
2 dozen picks.
I think it's going to continue.
Players.
It's going to continue. Is the Raiders picking already? Oh no, they already picked.
This is crazy.
Yeah, I think they might be.
They already picked.
They might be. But who's going to move up? Like though? That's the question.
So, is New Orleans fielding some trades? They're already 5 minutes into their pick.
Going to move
they haven't picked. But what are we moving up for? Right. So what do we? I mean, we got Seattle, Jacksonville, Cincinnati. Nobody really needs to move up for
actually,
anybody
since Brock Bowers is
unless
off,
they're wanting
is
more
off.
offensive weapons.
Honestly, I think Jacksonville might go O-line. I think the Bengals might go O-line. The Seahawks, I think they're going to go offense because they need some weapons. And then I think Colts is going to do defense. I don't know. The Colts, I think they'll go defense.
Who's going to go defense?
Yeah, their defense let them down last year to get into the playoffs.
Indy takes the first quarterback off the board. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that they're a powerhouse on the offense, but they're not. They're going to get their quarterback. What I would call their rookie quarterback.
You know what? I changed my mind on
that.
I think they're not going to go defense. I think they're going to go offense. They need to protect him. They need to protect him.
Their offense is looking decent, so they do need.
I'm telling you, the Colts need to protect their guy. The Colts need to protect their guy. I think they're going to go O-line, and there's plenty of O-linemen right now available.
Somebody needs to pick a defensive guy.
3.
Are you kidding me?
3, 4. You have 4 guys that are right now that are best available players. You have Fuga. You have, let's see here. You have Barton. You have Mims. Fatuana. Whatever. How you pronounce that name? Fatuna. So you got plenty of O-linemen. You got Barton. You got plenty of O-linemen that are there. You got to protect your young quarterback, man. So
Fatuna or something like that. Yeah.
You think they're trading out? Oh, that's right. They did.
Okay, we got 2.5 minutes left. They still have not picked. So they signed Chase Young too. They've got Chris Olave as a wide receiver. Michael Thomas, I think, is still there, right? But I know he is. Yeah, they still have Alvin Kamara. Yeah, I think they're going to go tackle.
These guys like to take it down to the wire, man.
Tackle.
It might be fielding trades, man. I'm telling you.
2 minutes still left, and they still have not done anything. These guys like to take it
down to the last minute.
Wow. Rich Ice is talking about the deal that Kirk Cousins signed in Atlanta, and they're like, we want him to succeed.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I think they're going to leave Penix for a little while, man.
Yeah, they just signed Kirk Cousins to a 9-figure deal. Yeah.
I think they go offense.
Picks in. All right. Wow. They must have been whiteboarding the heck out of that one. And then they go all tackle. Fuga? I'm gonna go Fuga.
He's an old lineman, so it's still gonna be offense.
I'll go Fuga. That's what I'm saying. That's who I picked the 0. That's who I'm thinking they're going to pick. We're talking 14 picks of offensive weapons or offensive players. This is just absolutely insane. Yep. So the Saints added Cedric Wilson as a wide receiver, Chase Young as a defensive end. Willie Gay is a linebacker this year they've added. Yeah, tackle. Oh, they did lose Michael Thomas. All right. Here we go. So we'll see picks in, and then Colts are up next for our boy T. which
missed opportunity.
doesn't have a microphone, can't join us to talk about what's going on with his team.
Talk his junk.
I hope he watches the stream back and realizes that we're
I won't
missed
see him tomorrow. I'm
opportunity
off,
to
so
come in here and talk smack.
Yeah, there ain't no work for me
and our
tomorrow.
boy Mike Moore. Like, listen, when you see them tomorrow, you just need to let them know. Oh, okay.
All right, here we go.
I'm gonna have to post it. I'm gonna have to post it in the chat. You know, we go. They scurred.
Why does dude walk like he's like strolling through the park on a Sunday, man? Like he aggravates me. Like there's no urgency at all.
Here comes Goodell. What do you want him to do? Sprint? Like run up to the podium?
That's the pick. Yep. O-line. 6'5", 234, 224, man.
That's the pick. There we go.
Woo-wee.
Oh, them Samoans, baby.
I'm telling you, bro.
Them Samoans.
Man, that's going to be...
Bro.
Wow.
And a 5'13" 40. That's a lot of weight moving that fast, bro. All right. Our first defensive player off the board. Who is the first defensive player off of the board? So I think they're going to need a corner, and I think the top corner right now that's on the board, since nobody has picked, is Mitchell from Toledo.
What, I don't think the Colts is taking.
Then you got
I don't think the Colts is going
Cooper DeJean from Iowa.
I'm telling you, I don't think I'm telling you, they need to protect their young quarterback. I don't think it's going to happen, bro. I think they're going O-line.
I think they're sick of offensive players right now, and I like the offense, but come on, man.
Fatuna, you got Fatuna, you got Mims, you got Barton.
So the next O-lineman you got
Mims is still out
Fatuna.
There, yeah. Barton is still out there.
Fautawana, whatever his is. Is Mims still out there? Yeah, Mims.
And then
you've
for
got
defensive
Jackson
line, bro,
Powers
they're saying
Johnson.
The best available
That's a
defensive
big dude
line,
too, 320, 6'3".
From the defense is going to be Jared Verses and Murphy, Byron Murphy from Texas, and then Jared Verses from Florida State. Those are the best available defensive line players. But I'm telling you, they're going to go offense. They need to protect their quarterback, man. I think we get two big Samoans back to back, man. I think Troy's next off the board. I think that's just my thought. They're going on tackle, yeah. You gotta protect your guy. You gotta protect your guy, man.
You still think they're going O tackle?
They got plenty of opportunity in this. Yeah. They got plenty of opportunity to get a second round pick for their second pick to be
quarterbacks in the first 12 picks. This is unbelievable, y'all. Like this is straight. But to be honest with you, Miami's going to be coming up, and I know we'll end the show after Miami picks, just for the sake of time and moving on for the evening. But they've got this draft's got Graham Barton going.
Yeah, but you want to get those gems. You want to get those gems if they're available to you.
But there's going to be a lot of best offensive linemen still available.
Why wait? Why wait to the second round?
So
why wait to the third round? We've had 14 straight offensive players taken for the first time ever.
No, but I mean, you're going to need. They absolutely need an O lineman. They need him.
O lineman.
And we're going to have. I'm going to say this is the first defensive guy coming off the board. You're still saying they're going to be O linemen.
Trust me, you want to get as many O linemen off the board because you do not want to give Kansas City. You do not want to give San Francisco. You don't want to give Baltimore. You don't want to give any of these big name teams.
Right.
I mean, they're still going to be edge rushers. I think Dallas will go for
the same thing about edge rushers.
I think
guys.
Dallas is going to go for edge rusher. I think I think Tampa Bay is going to go defense. Arizona, I think Arizona's going to go defense with their next pick at 27. So you're going to have some defensive players coming off the board. I just think Indy. I think Indy's the one. I think Indy's going O-line to protect their guy. Remember, he's coming off injury. Like you gotta have something there to protect.
Starting in the 20s.
Him. You gotta have something to protect them. And these guys are gonna take it. Yeah, I mean Anthony Richardson, man. I'm telling you, he's a good talented kid. He had a bad
break.
They're
2.5 minutes. They still doing their homework too.
Get him an O-lineman. Get him somebody to protect him. He's young, and you want him to be in the league for a long time.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even realize they signed Michael Pittman.
Yeah.
$70 million, bro. It's crazy.
Yep. They got JT.
They all taking some time. We almost close to your guys.
Picks in.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
They take only 6 picks away, man.
6 picks away.
I was gonna say we getting closer to the 305. We'll see what happens. Rich Eisen's talking about how I can't. It was one of the guys saying that they said if 6 quarterbacks are taken in the first 12 picks or before that they pick at Indy. Was it Irsay or somebody like that? He says, "I'll come on your show anytime you want."
Jr. one still kind of baffles me. I think that's going to be the
on my show.
I think that's the one that's going to be the. I think that's the one that's going to shock everybody still for a little while because I didn't think.
I mean, that's the shock of the day so far.
I can see it. I can see it. I think we get O-line.
Yeah. Come on, get the pick in. Let's go.
That's a lot of starts. That's a ton of starts. He's a super senior.
Bo Nix has got 61 starts.
All right.
That's a lot of starts. That's a lot of starts. All right, here he is.
He has that.
Your favorite look
like he has that Trump hair, though.
Would it be interesting just to be able to read his thoughts for a moment? Like, yo, what? Oh, he does. It's just floating in the air.
Oh, snap. There it is.
The end. Yeah. First defense coming off the board at number 15. Wow. Is he Samoan? What is he? Is he Hawaiian?
He's just light skinned.
Samoan people up at, I mean. Yeah, he is definitely light skinned. I don't know about that haircut though, bro. I mean, that haircut, I don't know about that haircut, bro.
So the streak has officially been broken.
Reminds me of Jalen.
14 straight
Jalen
picks
Phillips
in the NFL draft.
A little bit when you look at it.
Before we saw, I don't think you ever see that again either. 14 straight picks, offensive players.
Yeah,
off the board. How many quarterbacks taken? 1, 2, 3.
I don't think we'll ever see that again.
4, 5,
ever.
6 quarterbacks. 6 quarterbacks taken in the first 12
but homie needs to stop shaking hands to get up to there. So we need to move this draft along, bro. I mean, come back and say hello. And 2 of them were kind of shockers. Michael Penix Jr. going to Atlanta. That was a shocker. That could be, I don't know, man. That could be the smartest move of the draft. It really could, because of what you were saying about putting him behind a Kirk Cousins for a few years. And then you got Bo Nix. Bo Nix going out there to Denver, which Denver's hot mess. They needed something. So, all right. It took about as long for this dude to shake hands and get up to the podium as it did for them to get this pick in. For heaven's sake, let's go. We are 15 picks in. We got to keep moving.
All right, so we got Seattle on the.
All right. Seattle's on the clock. Okay.
So we got 4 more
Trey
picks.
Hendrickson.
We got 4 more picks after Seattle to get their guys.
He does. This guy reminds me of a lot of Jalen Phillips. And Jalen Phillips is a really good edge rusher. I'm not trying to be a homer on that one, but he's a pretty good edge rusher. Probably. They'll put some. They'll get that. They'll get that on him. And by the way, they predicting that Jalen Phillips is coming back week 1. Week 1. Well, man, that's big news for Miami Dolphins fans. And then we got Bradley Chubb. Hopefully he'll come back as well. Week 1, week 2, week 3, right around that time frame. So
when do you think the first
being a Miami Dolphin fan right now is exciting but nervous. I'm just nerve-wracked with all of the things that we could do. I don't know. I'm looking at, does Seattle need? I mean, everybody could use a really good corner. They really could. In this pass-heavy league, you got to have somebody that's going to be able to lock it down. So, I don't know. Any of these teams coming up could use I don't think Miami could, but I think any of the rest of these teams could use a good Seattle, Jacksonville, Cincinnati, Chargers, Pittsburgh. They all could use a defensive back. Right? I mean, depth at the cornerback is huge. Come on, man. We got to see what the Seattle's going to be picking. Well, we got mock drafts. They got them going interior offensive lineman. Yeah. So this pick that just got picked up, Latua, was put to be going to the Chargers. So that was a possibility. So he's off the board. So if the Chargers were looking for an edge, then we've got, some Mims.
Yeah, Mims blew this out there. Yeah. They doubled it.
Most consecutive offensive players selected. 7 in 2001.
My question is, your boys are coming up soon. I wonder what they're going to do.
14. It's unbelievable. Yeah.
What will they do? Defense.
What should we do? O-line. What should we do? O-line.
Why?
Would not shock me. Would not shock me if they go wide receiver. I mean, I don't know. They're linked to Xavier Worthy. We'll see if that's even worth it. We need O-line. We need O-line.
Your boy's one concussion away, man, from being toast. Like
it's a huge need. 110%.
You got to get him some protection, bro.
Miami needs to pick up O-line.
He's got to be able to get protected on the line, man. Get him some protection.
110%. 110%. Yeah. All right, guys. Hour number 2 of the live stream of the NFL Draft Reaction Show here on the Roaming Homer podcast. I am Caleb. That's Francisco. We're so excited that you guys are joining us. We have seen the standard stuff happen in the draft. We've seen a few things that made us question. We made his question. Atlanta picking Michael Penix Jr. after they gave the massive contract to their new quarterback. We've got Bo Nix going, 6 quarterbacks going in the top 12, 14 offensive players crushing the record of 7 in 2001.
Listen, man,
we just had our first defensive guy going off the board.
Available quarterbacks came
Francisco,
off the board.
give me your
even got to pick 15.
recap here as we are in commercial break
Penix
of the
Jr.
draft right
still
now.
Still kind of shocking me from Atlanta picking him up. So all the quarterbacks have gone. There's really no other quarterback that's going to go in the first round unless somebody's reaching really, really badly for a quarterback. All the offensive players has been taken. It's insane. It's insane to me. Only one trade so far, which I'm surprised because rumors were flying that you're going to have multiple trades within the first few picks of the draft. No one moved out of their spot except for one, and they only moved one space ahead of each other, which was Minnesota, which wanted their quarterback, which they got, which was JJ McCarthy. So everything's. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a crazy draft.
Yeah, that was weird.
But what's crazy?
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say what's crazy is you're right. What's gonna end up happening is all the good teams at the bottom of the draft are gonna get all the best defensive available players left over.
Go ahead. Oh, 110%. I mean, think about Kansas City getting a major edge rusher.
Baltimore getting another defensive player.
Dallas getting another edge rusher to go with Micah Parsons. Like, wow. Unbelievable. Yeah. There's going to be a run starting at about 23, 24, I think is going to be the run on defensive guys all the way into the beginning of the second round. All right. Pick is in for Seattle. Here we go. Is he going to do his strut? What are we doing here? Jacksonville's 6 minutes left on their clock. Okay, now we got a main stage. Video screen protections. Oh. They're giving some servicemen opportunities here to make this pick. All right. I'm going to geek out a little bit. They're showing some A10s, A10 Warthogs on here for the Air Force Base. And I grew up close to an Air Force Base where the A10 Warthogs lived, Grissom Air Force Base in Indiana. And I'll tell you what, one of the meanest planes out there is an A10 Warthog. Those things go burr. When those 50 cals go off in the front of those things, you all know that it's an A10 Warthog. Those things are a massive. So, all right, picks in for the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah.
We've got
I think they go D, though.
Goodell coming up to the podium right now. So let's see what they pick. This one's a crapshoot for me. I have no idea.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Hey, did you think Seattle, man? Seattle goes D. Byron Murphy the second, 6 feet, 297 pounds. So
D-tackle Byron Murphy.
Yeah.
That dude.
How you think he's gonna handle that Seattle?
What?
How you think he's gonna handle that Seattle weather though?
That dude is jacked. That hat don't even fit on his. Don't even fit on his head.
All right, I think two defensive players in a row. I think they're gonna go offensive.
Where'd he come from? Texas?
Offense on this offensive line.
Right.
Yeah, I think they'll go O-line. You think? I'm thinking O-line.
Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville goes wide receiver. Yeah. Jacksonville goes wide receiver. I want to call the next wide receiver
I
off
think-
the board
I think
that I
he'll go-
think
I
is
think
still
Thomas
available
will
is
to,
going to be
the Bengals.
Brian Thomas Jr. from LSU. Another LSU product of the could be. But
I
Byron
think
Murphy
Jags
was
go offense.
slotted
so
to
either gonna
go
offensive line
to the
or
Bengals after them. So
Like,
Seattle picked them up. Yeah, we'll see.
are you serious?
Oh, no. We got a trade. Minnesota's jumping up.
Oh, so they traded out the 23rd pick.
Yeah, Minnesota just jumped up.
23rd. Yep.
Wow.
Offense or defense.
Jacksonville moved
I think
back to 23rd. Minnesota jumps up. What is Minnesota doing here?
Or get rid of them. Yeah.
Wide receiver?
Yeah.
They go to wide receiver so they can either make Justin Jefferson happy or have collateral in case he decides to go.
I think
Wow,
Brian Thomas
they get
Jr.
the 23rd,
Brian
a
Thomas
fifth round
Jr.
pick,
goes here.
and a third and fourth next
Brian
year
Thomas Jr.
for the
I think he's
17th
wide
overall
receiver.
pick.
Yep.
That is
100%
a
wide receiver.
huge pickup for Jacksonville.
100% wide receiver.
Yeah, I think they go 110%. They go wide receiver. Wow. All right. Shaking it up a little bit. Here we go. We got the Goodell strut coming down.
What? What?
Here we go.
What? Wow.
What? Did they do that because they wanted to jump? Who did they jump? Interesting.
Yeah, he gonna have a chip on his shoulder. You can tell because he fell pretty far. They didn't think he was gonna fall that far down. So
Yeah, they had this guy going
I
4
don't
overall
blame-
or number 8
I don't
overall.
blame Minnesota for going up to grab him. Since he was still there, they have an opportunity. He can be
Yeah.
6'2", 247. Yeah, man, I don't know.
I wouldn't have
bro.
been mad for
I think
Miami to take
Cincinnati
him
goes-
because
I
that
think
would have been a
Cincinnati- this is
steal
where
at
Cincinnati picks
21,
up,
but we
Thomas.
don't need it.
They need it. Cincinnati definitely needs another offensive weapon on that team.
Wide receiver.
You got two guys, two players on there. I think their tight end. I think it's their tight end or wide
But
receiver.
then-
One's out.
Joe Mixon's not there, right?
Yeah, no, I think he's gone.
So did Joe Mixon? Joe Mixon's not there, right? Or did they keep Joe Mixon? Okay.
All right, your boys are 3 picks away.
All right, here we go, guys. So we've got a trade that just happened. Now we've got Cincinnati that's on the board. Yeah, we got a few more, and we'll finish out the night. Thanks for sticking with us.
Yeah, listen. Where he fell in the draft,
Yeah.
yeah absolutely. Because you said he's supposed to go top 8, right?
That's an interesting one. That was an interesting move. I think they got a steal, though.
I think Cincinnati goes back.
Yeah.
So we have three defensive
sure.
players going in a row.
So-
I think Cincinnati's going to break that and take a wide
They're
receiver here.
likening Dallas Turner to Jason Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so too, but I mean, again, I look at Cincinnati, they could probably use both sides of the ball. So definitely could use both sides of the ball.
3 picks away, your boys pick, and we can wrap up the night.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. He mad that he fell that far down, man.
Yeah, this dude, I'm sitting here listening to him on the NFL Network. You know he's already coming in here with a chip. He's like, yeah, you better watch out for me. Yeah. I mean, yeah. That suit, though. I don't know about that suit, bro. It's like that key lime green suit, yellow buttons, yellow tie. I don't know about that. No. All right, Cincinnati's on the clock. We still don't have offense. A pick in
you got
yet.
Mitchell,
so they're
and then
still
you got
on the
Thomas.
clock.
I think they're gonna go Thomas.
3 minutes left, and we're on commercial break. So
that's crazy about JJ though. Everybody thought he would go. He would go straight to. He would go to Minnesota though. So if the Giants didn't pick him up.
All right, so yeah. So this Mims falls in the favor of Dallas tackle. So Mims is still out there. This I don't know anything about this Graham Barton guy. They're looking to replace Robert Hunt. That's probably why Miami is.
You still got some good. You still got some good off.
But
O lines in
we
there
definitely
that haven't been taken off the board.
We need depth at that O line because last year we were.
Mims is still out there. Troy is still out there.
There's still some O lines.
Yeah, Troy. Yeah.
Jackson Powers Johnson, Graham Barton still out there.
You got this kid. I don't know how to pronounce another small kid.
Kingsley
Taunu.
He's an interior lineman. So, let's see.
Sumatea.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for Kool-Aid. Who's going to be drinking the Kool-Aid?
He's going to be too green.
Yeah. BYU. But I wouldn't pick him. And you know why I won't pick him? He's a sophomore. That kid's not ready for the league. Yeah, I think he's going to be too green. Yeah, no way. No way that we got a sophomore going that high. I'm surprised they got him going that high. All right, so we're on commercial break, guys. We are 2 hours, 20 minutes in. We are close to wrapping up our portion of the evening tonight, and want to thank you guys for joining us on the stream. Quick shout out to all the viewers, all of the commenters. Thank you guys so much for being a part of the show. This has been the Roaming Homer podcast. My name is Caleb. That's Francisco. As always, we do our shows each week just to talk a little bit about all of the different things that are going on. This week, we decided to treat our viewers with the very first live show.
So hopefully next time we do something like this and we do the live, it's going to be on YouTube.
We're going to do this more
for
with some things that are going on.
Tune in. We couldn't do it on YouTube this time because of some technicality for the stream. But now that we are set up for this, it won't likely won't be on Facebook again. It'll probably be YouTube because it'd be a lot easier for people to connect on the live that way. The chat will be a lot easier for them to chat on. So YouTube is probably going to be the next place for us to do our lives from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Which leads me to say, hey, if you haven't checked out our YouTube channel, it's the Roaming Homer podcast over on YouTube. Also, you can check us out on Spotify. So subscribe to both of those. Give us a share. We love how the audience just helps us out. We do this for you guys. We have a lot of fun doing all of this, talking Homer stuff, and it's all about what you guys want to hear as well. So drop some comments. You can like us on Facebook as well. We post every once in a while here. But thank you guys for just being a part of the show. And looks like we're back into the draft now. The pick is in for the Cincinnati Bengals. They lost Joe Mixon, Irv Smith Jr. Last year. We're talking, they lost a tackle and they lost a defensive tackle.
It's offensive line.
I think they go.
It's offensive line.
They
picked up Mims.
50-50. I think they go defense. I think they go defense here.
Mims is the pick.
We have not had a corner come off the board yet. Hang on a second. Here we go. Mims.
Yep, Mims is the pick.
Wow, Mims jumps up. I know the Dallas Cowboys are mad about not getting him.
So what do you
6'7".
So what do you think, man?
This
LA,
whole dude is 6'7", 340
there's no quarterbacks,
pounds.
and their guy is old. He didn't look too good last year, man. So there's no quarterbacks for him to take. Who do they go? Who do they take from here?
There's no quarterbacks. I don't even know what they need, man.
You right, man. You might end up getting a wide receiver,
man.
LA?
I'm looking to see what we got that's available.
Who you got on offense?
I think they go edge. I think they go edge. They go edge.
If you can't score, you can't win.
Man. Could they go?
No.
Adonai Mitchell is out there as a wide receiver. This is just not a wide receiver heavy group.
Oh, the backs are coming. The defensive backs are coming, but they're going all to the good teams.
I cannot believe we have not had not one defensive back taken off the board.
You gonna have,
because we don't need them. Miami's not going to pick up a
keep getting richer,
back,
man. Because all the teams that are coming up are playoff teams. After
so we got 3 picks left. So
their team and everybody else
until we hit Miami,
and they're all gonna reap the rewards of all the defensive players.
Yeah, but Dallas doesn't need a corner. Green Bay could use a corner.
I think LA goes offense. I think they can take a wide receiver.
Yeah,
because who they got?
This is crazy.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you are 100% correct on that. He did retire.
Well, they have to replace Aaron Donald.
But who's the best? That's a good question. Who you taking? Jared Verse is still on the board too.
As this defensive lineman, there's Johnny Newton out there. This is
interesting.
Jared Verse is on the board. Yeah. This had Quinton Mitchell going number 12 to the Denver Broncos. We haven't had a corner come off the board yet. It's crazy.
Looks like Minnesota. Looks like LA is already.
Yeah,
they're gonna turn their pick in. They're there.
Well, I don't know, man. There's still 2 minutes left.
Tell you, man. I think they go offense. I think they need a wide receiver. They do need to make up for Aaron Donald.
That field is nuts.
I don't know, man.
So they put a turf field on the beach. That's crazy. All right, picks in number 19.
Wow. And they gave up on him too early. You see what he's doing in Detroit.
They're
I told
picking
everyone not to
their
sleep on that
very
boy.
first round pick since Jared Goff. So if they pick, Rich Eisen just said if they pick a defensive player, it's the first time since they picked Aaron Donald as a defensive player. Yeah. Johnny Newton, maybe. Verse.
I don't know. It's the
All right.
Yeah, and the funny part is the minute they turn it in, the next team is on the clock already. So the minute that pick is turned in, the clock keeps ticking.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go defense here. Yeah, I think we're gonna go defense. So come on, get that pick. I don't know why it's taking so long. I don't understand sometimes why it takes so long for them to pick. Like literally, they're like, pause, just keep talking in their ears. Like the producers that just keep talking. Right. All right. So here comes Goodell with his flappy hair. He looked like Joe Cool too, with no tie on, shirt unbuttoned. Jared Verse, edge. Okay. Yeah. All right. So we'll see here. We'll see. Hope we're having technical difficulties. Did I lose you? Still with me, Francisco? Yeah, I can hear you now. 2.5 hours in, it's probably the bottlenecking. Everybody's like, yeah, we good now. All right, we got 2 more picks, and then we're gonna end the night. We'll end the night with a 305. Make it all, wrap it up with a bow. Not gonna be able to finish out the rest of the night, but it's been an interesting draft.
Nah,
it's been an interesting draft.
Yeah, it's been for sure, 100%.
So what's Pittsburgh doing here?
Pittsburgh's going to stick to what they normally stick to. They're going to go defense. I think this is where you see the first corner come off the board.
So we've got Cooper DeJean, we've got Quentin Mitchell. Prospect rankings. Terrion Arnold, but he's a sophomore. Nate Wiggins from Clemson, junior, 6'2", 185 pounds. It's a little small for a corner. Got my favorite guy on the board, Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid McKinstry.
So we got 2 more picks, and then we're wrapping it up.
Yes.
So we got the Steelers coming up next. I can care less who they take because I do not like the Steelers.
Yeah, they're going to go D.
But I think
they're going to go D.
They're going to go defense. They're going to go defense. I think this is where you see the first corner come off the board is going to be with them.
I'll agree with you on that. I will agree with you on.
And then your boys, I don't know, man. This is going to be the last pick for us for the night.
If they don't go O lineman, they kind of ruin the draft for me.
Jacksonville, now that they moved down, they still might have an opportunity to pick up that wide receiver though.
There's still a couple wide receivers out there, man. There really is. So
it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It has the opportunity to happen. So we'll see where we're at.
All right, guys, we are 2 hours and 30 minutes in. We've got a couple of picks left before we wrap up our show. And so far, it's been an interesting moment of the draft. We've got a couple of things that are going on.
Shocking.
Yeah, we've got a couple shocking ones. We've got a couple shocking ones. Couple trades, couple of like, oh my gosh moments. And it's been crazy. So, first of all, I want to thank you guys for watching with us and sticking around with us and enjoying and chatting with us on the chat. We got the Steelers up next, and then the Fins are up at pick number 21. We're going to wrap up the show after the Fins pick, kind of give our moment for our Homer section as we always do, kind of give our own little recap of our team's draft, and then we're going to wrap it up and go from there. But again, thank you guys for joining us. It is always an honor to do this and have fun with you guys. And at the end of the day, we just love to talk football. So at the end of the day, go on to Spotify, like, subscribe, listen to us if you want the audio podcast. If you want the video podcast, go check out our YouTube channel. Tonight, for technical difficulties, we were on Facebook, but we'll do this again at some point, and it will be on YouTube. All of our content is on YouTube at the Roaming Homer Podcast. Go and check it out, like, subscribe, and share. That's how we know that what we're doing, you guys are enjoying. Go comment on any of the videos that you want, whether you think that we're completely off base, you want to argue with us, that's cool, because that's what it's all about, is about having a conversation with our viewers. So what was the biggest shock for you, Francisco, of the night so far?
For me, would be Penix going to the Falcons after you sign your quarterback for 4 years and $180 million, and you pick him up. I was shocked more than anything else. I thought they would have gone another way, but like I said, they probably gonna have him sit for a year or two in order for him to be able to learn. To me, that was crazy. And then the 14th straight offensive players taken before we even got to the defense was insane.
Man. That was absolutely insane. I have never seen that in my entire life, that many offensive players taken off the board. And especially in this where corners are superstars as well. Man, it was just crazy. We had a tight end taken in one of those 14 with Brock Bowers. That was a big one. So the pick is in for the Steelers. One of the biggest acquisitions of the Steelers is Justin Fields from the Bears. I absolutely think that was a brilliant move by the Steelers and Mike Tomlin. I honestly do think that there is a great opportunity for Justin Fields to reinvent himself in Steeler Nation. I know you don't like the Steelers, but I do think that I'm a huge Justin Fields fan. I think he got a raw deal over in Chicago. So going to the Steelers, I think, is a huge move. So what do they pair with that, both on offensive and defense? I think they're going defense. So, but we'll see.
I think they're going corner.
Okay.
I think they're going corner.
And right now they're talking tackles. So we'll see what happens. So it says the pick is in, but they say the Dolphins are on the clock, 6 minutes left. Okay. And again, we're back to the talking heads just talking and wasting some time. Gosh, this draft could be over so fast.
Oh yeah, it should be. This draft shouldn't be taking 3-4 hours. This draft is probably not going to get done till midnight the way they're going right now.
Real.
They want to drag this out as much as they can.
I mean, they still have
second round. I think
12 picks left.
Yeah, they're going to drag this out as far as they can drag it, man.
Is this Mike Pouncey?
That's why I'm kind of
No, Cameron Jordan or Cam Hayward. Cam Hayward's about to announce this one.
He looked like he can barely walk, man.
All right. Now he's got to give his spiel about the Walter Payton Man of the Year because he's brought up Cam Hayward. All right, here we go. Here's the pick. Big Cam Hayward about to announce for Steeler Nation. Oh, now he's got to give his speech.
Yeah, they got to drag this out as much as they can.
Nationwide got to get their tidbit in. Bro, he given like a valedictorian speech. All right, let's get on with it.
O-line.
O-line. All these Hawaiians, man, these Samoan people, they doing it. They doing it right for the draft.
6'3", 17. All right, your boys are
he's
boys
losing
on the clock.
himself right now. Yeah. All right. Last pick.
How many minutes you think they got left? Because
probably maybe 3 minutes. 2 minutes left.
This should be a pretty solid.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Solid.
We got to get an O-lineman. Do they pick the Powers guy? Do they pick Graham Barton?
I think they go Barton.
Yeah, I think they go Barton too.
I think they go Barton. I think they go big country. They can get them a beefy boy. I think Barton's going to be it.
Here we go. Come on. All these talking heads, man. Like, they just said there was 275,000 people at the draft. Is that even possible? 275,000 people? That's a lot of people.
Yeah, but I think half them people are leaving. I think once their team is announced, them guys.
Bro, you can't leave. Have you seen the crowd? I mean, good luck getting out of there. I mean, our pick has got to be in by now. I think our time is up. So 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go. Now we're going to go to commercial break. Come on, y'all.
They dragged this way too long, man. I'm telling you. They dragged this way too long. They try to get us.
Yeah, they're going to go to a break. Pick is in. I hope Goodell is standing at the podium ready. So we'll see what happens here.
You know, the commercial overlords have to get their money.
I wonder how much it costs. I wonder how much it costs to do a commercial for the draft as opposed to the Super Bowl.
I think it's just as much as Super Bowl. I think it's about the same, man. It's close. It's got to be close. It's ridiculous, man.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, they're dragging this out, man. So, matter of fact, let's if we can't wait, we don't have to drag this out any longer.
Yeah, man.
We got 2 minutes. Let's. I can give you my homerism right now before we get off. So you can get yours as soon as your draft pick comes in. For me, I think I've had the best draft night that I can think of in a while. I did not get stuck, with the Giants. Did not get stuck with JJ McCarthy. We got an offensive weapon. Okay, I think it has been a very successful draft night for the Giants. They better soak it in. They can worry about a quarterback next year. I think it's going to be a fun season. Daniel Jones got some weapons around him now. He just needs to stay upright. He can stay upright. The Giants still have a lot more picks in the draft. They can pick up O-lineman in the second round. But for right now, I think it was a successful draft first day for the Giants. They picked up a great wide receiver. They picked up a great wide receiver. They fell right in his lap. And so for me, I'm good. I can't complain. I have nothing to complain about. They did everything they were supposed to do, and they did it right. So that is my homerism for the night.
Fantastic. All right. So we'll see how I feel here in the next 2 to 3 minutes after the Finns pick theirs. But you know, I don't know. I have been through so many drafts with the Dolphins that have just completely made me want to just cry. And so I try to get one of my Finns fans on here, but they were out and about, and I'm just sad that we didn't get any of our boys on here. We had a few of them that were chatting with us. Your boy Nate was chatting with us, being our statistician for the first part of the show. But all of our other boys, they were scared to get on the show, be a call-in guest, and that would have been fun to have them to join us and figure out how to just kind of rag each other. I wanted our boy Mike Moore on here. So Mike, if you're listening to the show on the replay, I wanted you on here so I could rag you a little bit about your quarterback room, but they went back and just like Dumb and Dumber, when you thought they couldn't do anything worse, you go and totally redeem yourself and try to go get Bo Nix. So hopefully he's the savior of y'all's quarterback room, because right now it's just hot garbage. So
I'll tell you what, he's NFL ready. I don't see any reason why
he's too old not to be NFL ready.
Yeah, he's definitely NFL ready. He said too old.
Yeah, he's
probably like what, 25?
Something like that.
I mean, I think I think he's perfect age.
We don't need anybody else to be picked up. We need O-linemen. Yeah. 21. 2.5 hours to get 21 picks in. Here's my boy Mike McDaniels.
Yeah,
boy, I wish he was wearing his outfit, his sweat outfit, because that would have just been fire.
Yeah, man, that's ridiculous.
She just like, what? Who we taking today? But do we need a corner?
I don't know. I think you need more offensive line.
Nah, Charles Davis just said our biggest need is going to be edge rusher.
I don't know. You need to keep your boy upright. So,
center. We do need a center.
There he comes.
Come on. All right, here we go. Don't spoil it for me, because I think you are a few minutes or a few seconds ahead of me on your stream. Come on. I can't hate on it. I can't hate on it. I mean, linebacker. We lost Jerome Baker. We lost Andrew Van Ginkel. We do need one. Penn State has massive linebackers. Okay, I'm not going to hate on this. So, all right. So we're going to wrap up the show. I'll give you a few minutes of my Homer section here, and then we're just going to wrap it up with a nice bow. I'm not going to be mad at this pick. I'm not going to be mad. We always need linebacker depth. We've lost Jerome Baker. We lost Andrew Van Ginkel. We need to get some linebackers back there to fill those spots. Young guy. Penn State produces good linebackers. They've got good edge rushers. I'm not going to hate on it. There should be at pick number 55, when we go into the second round tomorrow for the pick number 55, we should be able to pick up an O-lineman to fill the gap of where some of these other guys go, whether we fill the gap with Robert Hunt. So I'm not mad at it. I think it was the best player available on the board. I think linebacker is a good spot. So I'm not going to be super mad. All right. So that is my homer section. So we're going to wrap this whole show up. 2 hours and 45 minutes. Been an incredible show. Been a whole lot of fun. Listen, thank you guys again for being a part of the Roaming Homer podcast show, the family. Like, subscribe, share, check us out on Spotify. Go follow us on YouTube. You can check out our Facebook page as well. So all of that, so thankful. Francisco, wrap us up before we take it home for the evening. Last comments.
Listen, just enjoy the ride. This is going to be one of many, and like I said, we're going to be adjusting. It was just a technical issue that didn't get us on YouTube live. Next one will be on YouTube. We should be easier for folks to call in if they're not scared, and to comment live while we're talking. So just to, it was a good night. This is just one of many. So let's just keep it going.
Amen. All right, guys. Thank you again for watching it. For Caleb and Francisco, this has been the Roaming Homer podcast. We will see you later. Welcome to the NFL season. Peace.